We're gonna get that right. Oh, there we go. Y'all can hear me. The mic's not muted.
Oh,
Hello.
It's me.
I was about to ask.
Someone muted?
Well, you said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then nothing.
Silence.
Oh, I was gonna let the
like-
the little SpongeBob music play out before I said anything.
I like to leave the Twitch up so I can hear when the music plays,
Fair enough.
and then mute it.
Yeah, in
that
case
makes
you
sense.
aren't muted this time, for once.
I'm not. I didn't. I figured out what it is when my microphone gets unplugged and plugged back in. That's what resets it for only Voice Meter Banana and not you guys in Zoom.
Interesting.
Larry's
Works.
dead.
Blair,
Why am I dead?
oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Your camera keeps cutting out, Larry. It keeps giving us the no
Uh,
camera signal.
About that. Yeah, I guess
What'd you do?
I'll play Yeah, with some you're- stuff.
Crap! Don't
You're also-
disconnect. I'll have to
It's
reshuffle
fine right now.
everything.
Don't disconnect.
No,
You're
don't.
fine right now.
disconnect.
Just move yourself slightly over. You know, I'm just gonna. Oh, that works.
It's too late. I already moved it.
Okay.
Did I do it the right way?
You the opposite way. There you
There
go.
you go.
Wow.
I'm delayed.
That's
There we
good.
go.
That's good.
Yep, there.
It'll be a while before I know it's good. Oh, there we go. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The delay threw me off too. Because like
Yeah.
Ryan, you said that the right way, then his head went right behind the shoulder. I was like, that's the wrong way.
Oh no.
You're like, hold up a second, Casey.
I don't have a delay on my end.
Good for you.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Must
Okay,
be
nerd.
nice to host things.
Oh no. It is kind of nice to host things. I feel like I get to host something and I don't have to like blow the weekly budget of food because I know when people come over, I'm just like, there's not enough food in the house. We buy entrees on top of crackers, on top of cheese, on top of like more entrees. Brady bakes cookies. Here, I don't have to give you all a damn thing.
You have to give us attention. That's what you have to give us.
All of my attention. Let's see. So, we are delving in deep. This is episode 18. I am Casey, the Dungeon Master. Uncommon. To my right are the 6 sexiest people in Dungeons and Dragons. Move over, all you other nerds, because the crew is coming through. I'm also nice and warm today. Let me just keep the hood up. So, small news in my personal life that will affect the stream at some level, at some point. I get the preliminary, we'll call them the preliminary orders for my next assignment, and I will be going to Illinois, packing up all my stuff on or around March 11th-ish, and leaving. I just got like 2 months notice to be somewhere, where I will probably stay for the rest of my career. But that means that come March, there will be 1 or 2 at the worst case scenario, episodes a month. 1 or 2 episodes missed on the stream. But we'll announce it way ahead of time in the Discord. So that'll be exciting. It'll be a whole new world for me for a bit. There it is. Worst case scenario, absolute worst case scenario. I have to travel. I'll have to travel all the time with this new job. So I'll have to figure out how to stream in hotels and have like a quick like stream bag that I can pop screens up and gets videos ready to go.
That would be actually kind of awesome.
That would be.
Kind of cool.
Today we're
Like, make
we're
traveling to
bringing you
airports
from-
a bitch though.
Oh, absolutely. What's this?
You know
What's a green
weird?
screen?
It happens.
You know- Larry.
Yeah?
I can see you. Kyle, I can see you. And then the curtains behind me moved.
How's the cat?
Oh,
Spoops is still here. The house is still haunted. Yes, Spoopy is still in the house.
Oh
in the
man,
kitchen, so
I
she's
thought
haunting
she
your
was
food again.
kidding that it was haunted.
Cameras are good, and at least Casey wasn't muted. Absolutely. And I always feel like a buff nerd. At least when I'm held up by the strength of these nerds here. That's right. We're being wholesome today. All right. So
Too bad I've got weak wrists.
it's right. You're just the foundational support, the bottom of the pyramid. Your shoulders and your back should hurt from all the carrying of us you do with your talent.
One question: who's on either side of me? Because otherwise, it's not a pyramid; that's a rhombus.
We're doing a reverse pyramid.
Yeah, I'm not in the
We're a reverse
I'm
pyramid.
not in
Why
the
don't we just
pyramid.
lay down on the ground and be a pyramid that way?
A lying down pyramid where everyone's the base. We just lie on the ground.
We just call that a flat surface.
Exactly.
We're a one-dimensional. We're a one-dimensional pyramid.
Oh,
We're just a
it's a
triangle.
pile.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
A two-dimensional
Oh no,
pyramid
I wasn't ready.
is a triangle. A one-dimensional
amazing.
period is here's a line.
Wait, one dimensional is not a line. That's 2 dimensions.
One dimension is just a line. That's all it is.
No,
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
That's 2.
no, no, that's 1. He's right.
Is it 1 X and
Two-dimensional
Y?
is triangles, squares, that sort of thing. One-dimensional is there is no width. You're just viewing a infinite line in a single direction. If you were viewing one-dimensional online, it would just look like there's a dot in front of you and you're just staring at a dot. But if you're viewing one-dimensional from a different angle, then it's an infinite line that travels forever.
Yeah, 0 dimensions is a single dot.
Math and science with the Delvers.
I mean, we are nerds, so it's
You don't need to.
fine.
If you're here for your educational benefit, we're the right place to be. Don't go anywhere. Study
What
for
was
those.
it,
We make learning fun.
2 weeks ago that I turned into a grammar nerd on screen?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Spoopy! See, she just got here. She was haunting the kitchen.
We're just
Yeah,
stalling.
you're right.
We can go now. All right. So last
We
time,
don't want to deal with sad piles. We're just stalling.
yes,
We're stalling.
I redid
We're stalling
everything
so
a
we
little
can
bit.
Make Spoopy sad with us.
I've zoomed out my camera a bit. I put my shelves behind me again. I got my nerd stuff on display.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Some of it's not all mine. Like the Harry Potter books aren't mine. Like I don't have a lot of physical books if they're not D&D books. That's all Brandy. There's a copy of Pride and Prejudice the movie right next to Dragon Ball Z. One of those is mine. One of those is Brandy's. There's all the magic
I
boxes
can
that
be
Larry
Stretching
gave
out
me.
into Pride and Prejudice.
Me, Pride and Prejudice. Nah,
Yeah, it's good to know you're stretching out into Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah.
I'm making a joke, Casey.
I don't get it. I'm not fast on the uptake. All right, so last time on Delving In Deep, the group spent some time in the city of Steelport, country of Ectoon, and they talked with a handful of different people. And some of the highlights being that Knox talked to a religious leader.
Well, I hope he was a religious leader. I just talked to a guy in a garden that said he was a priest.
He might have just been a dude
Yeah, that's what I'm slightly
with
afraid
no
of.
credentials. Snitch, excuse me, and Shelt had a throwing out after a mysterious drug was placed in Shelt's drink. Kia met some sailors and had some drinks before joining up with the rest of the party. Jabo, one of the more interesting conversations of the night, met up with Amaranth Crowan, the head paladin under Ectoon. I guess at this point it might even be safe to say almost immortal or immortal. A very old dude who is also Anthony Pyle's father, and they had a little bit of a conversation, and his father agreed to let Anthony have dinner, spend the night hanging out with his friends before moving on to school the next day. And that's kind of where we got to at the end of the session, with the group meeting Anthony at the gate, trying to decide what to do with their time, and settling on steak, drinks, and coffee at a finer establishment in the city. And we are at the beginning of the night, where the food is just being brought in, the drinks refilled, and scene. As Anthony looks to each of you and says, I really appreciate y'all coming in and, coming after me. It means a lot.
Why wouldn't we?
Dangerous. It's not the nicest place in the world, especially for outsiders sometimes.
I mean, at this point, all we have is danger, so nothing really has changed.
Yeah, and we didn't know if you were gonna willfully want to stay here, so the only real option we had was to come for you.
Mhm.
You would have done the same for us.
That's leadership.
You can't be throwing your own words back at me, Joy, like that. Come on.
Of course I can.
So, What are your plans once you leave here? Where are you gonna go?
We hadn't thought that far ahead.
No.
You see, our leader was missing.
hmm We kind of need you, Anthony.
Oh, Knox is right there. He's good as anybody else. He's captain of the Pixie.
Chaos. She likes her name.
It's definitely not going to be Kia.
No. I'm not fit for leadership.
No, I was referring to the fact that even with my help, you couldn't steer yourself out of a kiddie pool.
Hey now.
No, I could.
Be
I
nice.
got us to where we were
We
going.
don't have time for this
Fair
kind of
enough.
arguing, guys. We're here to have dinner with our friend.
Well, that
It
means
was
we have
a
time
bad
for
thing.
whatever we want to do. What do we want to do?
I want you to come see the mermaid on the ship. Oh my
yes,
gosh.
you need to see the mermaid. It's beautiful.
It's something.
It's unique.
Definitely something.
I'm getting mixed signal. I'm getting. I'm like.
I think your ship likes me, Anthony.
Oh, good. Perfect.
You'll understand when you see the mermaid.
Does the ship hate anybody?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's
not that
good.
I'm-
That's
I think
good.
some of us hate the ship, though.
I've grown fond.
I have my reservations about it.
Well, let's hear it there, Shell. What's the problem?
It
This is when we
talks.
find out Anthony's just mentally linked to the ship and he's telling everything to the ship.
I forgot
is
if we
the
had
ship.
that. I don't think we've had this conversation with Anthony yet. And he goes, "Ships don't talk, Shell. It's a ship, not a person. You know that, right?"
Oh, Anthony.
Oh.
You've missed some things.
Oh yes.
He was there when we made the deal with the ship.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah,
was.
he was here. Yeah, that's right.
You're right. Take those words back. He would say instead, "Well, that's a shame. Y'all should be able to get along."
It's just uncomfortable. I don't.
Well, considering
Ship
last time we
shouldn't talk.
talked to it and it mentioned that it saw me in my private times, no.
I mean, the ship
I'm
at
sorry,
this
did I
point
miss
has seen us
something?
all in our private times. It's sentient, after all.
Does it have
Yes.
eyes?
Apparently, because Joy said that it could see us in every time, and it's seen those private times when I asked that question through Joy.
Y'all are really
I like to talk to the ship.
using this magical ship in weird ways.
I'm
I'm-
not trying to use it in weird ways. It does weird things on its own.
I'm really
Well, so do you,
concerned
apparently.
for your relationship with the ship, Knox. I'm actually concerned.
I mean, I have a bad idea that might make some
no,
cats, but
Trevor,
we're gonna
stop.
stop.
Is it a haunted ship?
You're much nicer than I am.
Ooh, you could sell it like a haunted ship. Open up a
No,
carnival.
like run a haunted tour of.
Oh
or
my
run a
God,
tour
that
of the
is-
haunted ship
Yeah.
with a concert at the end.
That
oh
is
my
a
God.
Wait a
really
minute,
good way to make
Wonderful.
Can you control the ship though? What if it's just
Oh.
Joy can to an extent, and the chaos actually would blend.
You don't
give into
control
the,
people. You befriend them.
but also, chaotic things happening on a haunted ship just sells that it's haunted. We found a way to make money.
We're not making money with a haunted ship.
Actually, we were thinking about going and helping Snitch find one of his friends, and some of us have some people we'd like to look for, but we hadn't really got much farther into plans.
Yeah.
I didn't know Snitch was looking for anybody. Did
I
anybody else know
started
this?
telling people, and I probably forgot. It's kind of one of the things I do.
Snitch will raise his hand up and put it on your shoulder and say, "It's fine. I haven't been back to my hometown village ever. And thank you, Mad Kaiser, for the 5 tier 2 subs. Holy snap!
Jesus.
Whoa! Oof! Nice. Thank you so much."
Whoa.
And Snitch continues to say, "I'm just hoping to find somebody, maybe, see what it's about, the whole area, the goblin people. I mean, I hear a lot of bad things, but you never know until you get there. I mean, I heard a lot of bad things about Actune too, but this place has got pretty good steak."
Yes, it's got good steak.
Whatever you
Think
do, don't go to the
grass-fed
minimum
steak
unless
tastes
you like a lot of
better.
meat.
Well, have you tried the shoes? Great sneakers.
I do hear they have some pretty awesome
No.
shoes. I need to get a pair.
The canvas type.
Canvas
Yeah,
type.
maybe rainbow colors.
Ooh.
Or maybe I could get one that matches that boot, and then I'd have a boot and a shoe, and they would at least be the same color.
Yeah, but the
And
sole
you,
the sole width.
Mm,
Hmm.
I mean,
I
I
don't
think you can add a little bit of more sole onto the shoe. It'd be a custom order.
So you just get like a single boot?
Yeah, we found this boot on that ice island, and it's got flowers all over it, kind of like my jacket, and apparently it's always soggy and it plants flowers.
Sounds familiar.
Really? Do you think you know what the other one is?
Hard to tell.
Out of this is the same boot. And whoever had it before just lost it in that hag cave.
We haven't told Anthony about the hag cave yet.
Oh, we have stories. I love story time. Let's go.
Did you know that hags can apparently split into multiples?
Wait.
More than just hags.
Is that normal? But everything's split.
I don't think that's normal.
Everything.
That was something weird.
I think something was up with that cave.
I was half afraid that we were going to split.
I was ready to split, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, same.
I wonder
Same.
You think
what
I-
would happen if we split.
If I
Like,
go
the
to this cave and
effects on
I
us
split,
get
yeah, right?
faster.
How many? I mean, can you imagine?
Can we get like
multiple casters?
2 Anthonys?
Please
That
no.
would no.
Ooh.
No.
The other
Oh,
thing
I don't think that would be so terrible, Caster.
The other thing about it was, though, they all got smaller and weaker every time they split.
All of them, or just some of them? All right. I need each of you to roll me a d20.
That's not roll 20.
Every one of you, give me a d20.
These are all preemptive death saves.
Oh no, please no.
At least mine's good.
So it wasn't about drinking.
Agreed, Shell. Ours is good.
Wait, well, who got the 17? Amanda.
I did.
What's your primary weapon?
Rapier.
It's a
And
plus-
she stabs me.
You mean it's a +1 rapier? That's weird.
What?
What?
Oh,
What?
That's some cool shit.
What?
Okay.
You feel suddenly warmth on your hip as your a closeness pulls you, draws you to your weapon. It's almost like it's calling for you. As you examine it, it seems sharper, fiercer, well, better crafted than you remember it being last time. All the dings have been worked out.
I've got 10,000 points.
Is this normal?
Do I try and throw stuff into the abyss?
It'll be a roll off.
Better be careful.
Your odds
It
don't
might
increase
backfire.
each time.
yeah,
It could
you do
backfire.
it, and now you get -1 armor.
Yeah, it's possible.
Oh.
Don't mess with the random magic of the world.
It occurred to me
fair.
earlier today that it's always been bad stuff. It doesn't always. It's random stuff, guys. It's not just bad stuff.
You mean it occurred to you earlier today? You mean we said it to you like 20 minutes ago?
What's up?
Called out.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. No, I'm just gonna stare at my rapier for a moment in confusion.
I think
What-
we lost her, guys.
What's going on?
She's staring off into the abyss.
He starts
It's
looking. He starts
shocking
looking
now.
around like, is there danger?
No. My rapier.
There's always
is
danger. Do we need to
different.
leave?
Does this look different to you? And I'll like hold out my rapier.
Knox, the smith, will take a look at it.
Give me your smithing check. Wisdom.
Fuck. Come on, roll 20. Work for me, please. No, I don't. I want my character sheet, please. Roll 20, please. Work with me here.
Spoopy has 70,000 points. Holy hell.
Alright, what?
That's terrifying, Spoopy.
I'm just saying it's not necessarily going to be 2 Anthony's, but it is called cause trouble during dinner with Anthony.
Don't make 2 Anthony's, please, because that makes them easier to wait.
That's not trouble.
Oh.
That's not trouble. 2
Oh.
Anthony's is a solution. 2 Anthony's is not
It
trouble.
is a solution. Yeah.
He becomes
trouble.
half an Anthony.
Yeah,
we
but
call one ant, we call the
Oh my
other
God,
me.
one just pulls out all of the possible evil inside of him. It is an evil Anthony twin.
All right, so,
so
with your,
we're making Majin Buu and Evil Buu, and then evil Anthony will eat Majin Anthony, and then become super evil Anthony.
I love all
Yes.
of your references, but taking a look at your smithing tool check of a 16, this blade has been magically reforged and sharpened. Divinely.
Kia, who was the last person you fucked?
A sailor.
That's a good starting question.
Were they tall, tanned, and did they have blonde hair?
Did they?
No.
No.
Well, apparently somewhere along the way you fucked a god or something.
They're gonna make star constellations of your rapier someday.
Beautiful.
What's going on, Nox? What do you mean?
Damn it.
Uh,
You can't
what's-
just say that, Jamie.
Thinks he can.
Knox
And I
will
think
hand the rapier back.
I'll take it and sheathe it.
that's it. That's it. What time is it? Is it dark? Oh, this place probably has light pollution.
Yeah, mildly.
Yeah, never mind that.
Nox,
do it
what's
later.
going on?
That's been divinely reinforced and
I-
sharpened.
At dinner?
Yeah.
In like the past 30 seconds or so?
What are you eating? What are you having?
We're all eating the same thing, I thought.
Yeah, well, did I get the divine steak?
Can I have a bite of that? I would love to just.
I'll offer a bite.
He'll take a bite of your steak and he'll chew it up and.
So, what's this thing you're supposed to be doing here, Anthony?
I mean, what do you want to know? I mean, I'm going back. I gotta go back to the academy. I gotta finish out my commission or get my commission, and really just gotta go to work.
Commission is work?
It's commission is not like you commission a project. It's a officership. Granted a position of leadership inside of Ektoon's army.
Oh, I didn't even know you wanted to do that.
I mean, you can always not. Not is an option.
You're right. You're absolutely right, kid. Not is a good option. But doing it's not a bad option.
But isn't Ektoon's army kind of mean sometimes?
I mean, isn't Loros' army also kind of mean sometimes?
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah, but you're not going to work for Loros' army, are you?
Isn't not being part of an army the better option? You don't have to worry about if your crew is mean or not.
Give
What
me.
if we...
Go ahead.
Never mind.
Give me a persuasion check here.
Excellent. Where's my persuasion? There it is.
Okay. Repeat your question one more time so I can.
Wouldn't being not part of an army be a better option because you don't have to worry if your crew is evil or not, or mean or not.
It depends. If you're not part of something, you can't change it. You can't make it better. You can't guide it. You have no control.
That's fair.
Yeah, but right now the thing that's going to be having guidance and control over you is your father.
Mhm.
Sure, he's not going to change you. Your time spent here.
I don't know. What do you think?
I mean,
Did we meet him? Or was it just Jabo?
it's just
Only J-Bo.
Yeah,
Jabo knows
what'd you
about
think
the
of my
guy.
father, Jabo?
Oh, sorry. So I was contemplating something. How old are you?
You don't just ask someone that.
Sure you do.
I think I
We
answered
all
this
know
last
each other's
time,
ages
and
already.
I didn't write it down, so I'm going to give you a new answer, and it's going to be everybody roll a d20.
God
Come on, all not
dang it,
once.
Sadra.
Hey!
Well,
Hey!
apparently it's Jamie.
All right,
What?
Or it's
I
not.
don't think has a
Jamie
weapon.
got that fucking 20, Jamie.
Jamie, what is your primary weapon?
It's
Let
a
me look.
thorn
I
whip.
almost never. Yeah, it's my thorn whip.
Physical
You have to
weapon
figure out
of
something.
some sort.
I use. Oh, my crossbow.
Use
Your +1 crossbow? No, she already. It was already like. Did
Oh,
you
it's already
have
plus
it?
one?
Yeah, it's already
It's already a
plus
+1.
Alright.
It's the one we took from the
Oh.
Hag Cave.
Give me a moment, please.
I also have a quarterstaff, but I almost never use it because if it's close quarters, I'm turning into something big and scary.
Sure. We're going to
I
add
also have my trinket.
in your. Let me double check. This is exactly what I think it is before I start. Telling you have something. Upgrade the boot.
That's awesome.
Add to your inventory, please, a wand of the War Mage +1.
What?
Yeah.
I have to put that in notes.
There's
Well, her quarterstaff's better now.
there's not that there's a new wand that magically appears. It's that there's a branch, a gnarled wand that you've had for some time for sentimental value that it occurs to you now you've never actually inspected. Something, a gift from the early days of your youth.
Interesting.
God damn it, I've got 10,000 points.
My players.
I'm gonna dig through my bag
I
and
don't
see if
want
have
to
it
do
on
it
me.
though.
Actually,
Because if I get it, then I'm just an asshole who gave myself a +1 weapon.
Well, you're already an asshole, so you might as well give yourself the +1 weapon.
Thanks, Trevor.
You're welcome.
All right. So, you do. It's in there. It's tucked away with the rest of your fauna and flowers and materials for herbalism that you kind of keep in there. Hey, everybody, roll another d20.
Hey.
And this is how I get rid of all of the abyss points, all the past points.
Oh.
Not a bad
Zadra, I'd
time.
like you to know I
Hey,
love you.
Nux.
All right. Taking a quick look, scrolling through. It does look like Nox. Nox, what's your primary weapon?
+1 Warhammer.
It's now destroyed.
Well,
no,
he's
I've
actually
tried-
been rolling his own d20, and he
I've-
just got a nat 1 for you.
I mean,
I've
honestly,
just got
this
a
is
Warhammer.
this is so much easier. Like, you all deserve an upgrade at this point. Your levels and the things you're facing, you need magic items. I haven't been giving them to you. This is easy. You're not good. You're not breaking the power creep. You're catching up to the power creep. So what I'm gonna throw Nox, is your cloak that was given to you.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Are you
Is it-
sure you want to do that, Casey?
It's a cloak of protection.
Are you
damn.
sure you want to do that?
That's beautiful.
You
Take
sure
it
you
run.
want? You sure
He
you want?
just said it.
You sure
Okay.
you want me not to?
Shh.
I'm
Casey.
I'm just confirming with you, Casey.
I know armor class is a big deal. I know you have stacked it. That cloak is a cloak of protection.
Thank you,
Hey.
Casey.
You're welcome. Thank you everybody for watching and throwing in your points to help these awesome people catch up. It's always been that. Your armor class has always been one level higher. You will recognize it. We don't need everybody to have like an epiphany right now that their weapons are getting stronger. It's not a story moment, but tuck it away for later. And with
I knew the mark of the siren meant something.
what were we talking about?
I don't
We're
remember.
finding out
Uh,
what
how old-
Anthony wants to
how
do
old-
with his
no.
life.
Casually
last
trying
we
to
said was
convince
how old he
Anthony to
is.
stay.
22.
Oh, yeah.
22. That's okay. Did your father have you at a really old age?
Oh wait, I actually
I
trust
used to
Spoopy
be
knows this
22,
answer.
but now I'm 17 again.
Yes.
But you got younger, Joy. How's that work? Is that coffee?
Magic.
It's that coffee.
He's
it was
20.
a gift.
Okay.
Oh,
it
man.
was a
He's
gift
20.
from CP.
That's right. Spoopy would know I trust her.
What I'm trying to figure out, Anthony, is are you gonna live forever or like 500 years?
He stops. He leans back. He goes, I've never really thought about that. It was actually only recently where I figured out that Pa was a lot older than he.
So
he
you
told
didn't
me.
know he was like one of the people that helped build me. My race.
Whoa. What's all this about, Jabo?
Your
Are
father.
we brothers?
Jesus.
You can
point.
kind of say that, I guess. Yeah.
I was born from my father's loin. You were born from my father's womb.
Piles leaps over the table and gives you a hug.
I
He's like,
embrace.
I always wanted a brother.
Well, you got one.
Oh, that's
He's
adorable.
right here.
He leans back and smiles a bit. And he says, I get it. Tin Man and all. We're not that blood, but you're pretty old too, so maybe I will be.
Yeah, it runs in the family.
Would you want to be that old?
Wait. I mean, like, my dad looks
would you-
pretty good.
Well, no,
Yeah,
no,
his dad looks real good.
no, what I'm saying is, do you want to live that long?
You dirty mind, Joey. No, he looks good for his age. It's my dad. Oh.
Would you want to live that long, though? Is the question.
I mean, do you want to die?
Well, I mean, you'd outlive theoretically any human friends that you would ever make.
I mean, but how
So,
will
like,
you
This is
feel?
just another
eventually.
great
It's like
adventure.
an elf calling the kettle black.
I'm 30, Anthony.
I'm the oldest person here, and that feels good.
Feels great, he said. You said great? I heard great. You're only 30?
Yes.
Is that like,
I'm only
when did you
40.
come out of diapers?
At the same time humans do, I think. How do humans age?
I mean,
Poorly.
Like milk.
We have a party, and that's when we know.
It's true. You eat the cake and then you're older.
Mhm.
The
So-
weirdest part is I'm 30 and I outlived my original crew.
What? Yeah. Well, you never talk about your crew much.
Yeah, no, because they're dead.
That's really sad.
I know.
who is your favorite person on the crew?
Oh, the captain, of course.
Tell me about the captain.
Did he ever go
I
to you?
mean, no, she did not have a goatee.
Ooh, a she.
What was her name?
I don't remember what name he gave her, Casey.
No, I don't either. It's in my notes.
Okay.
Tom's in the chat in like the next 10
Tom.
minutes. Give her a name.
Shit. Cassandra.
Cassandra.
Yeah.
All right.
And this has been a plug for our Patreon. Thank you to Kendra for supporting.
I just pulled the name out of my butt.
How funny would it be if we actually had?
We do.
We do.
We do!
Oh, we
Spoopy!
do? Oh, you're right. Shit, I forget Spoopy's real name. Spoopy's just Spoopy.
Yeah. No, she raised me.
Oh. Well, that's nice of her.
Yeah, pretty much lived on the ship. She was also a drow.
We raised you like you were a baby on the ship.
Like
Is that
a
even
child.
possible?
Like a child. Yes, it is. Like, it's all I remember
How do
as
you
being
keep
on the
them from
ship.
falling off into the water and just swimming away?
It's true.
Rope.
Children
Well-
are like,
Lifelines. Lots and lots of rope.
Very carefully.
can you, like a baby launcher rope?
No. If it's too
I know,
long,
I
then
know,
you're
I
keel-hauling
know.
them.
I mean, there's ways that aren't legal. no.
Wait, are we talking about keel hauling babies? I'm gonna need something else to drink. Waitress, or I'm sorry. Yeah, he waves over. Can we get more? Thank you.
I don't have alcohol for this, and that makes me sad.
So
I don't wanna
so
get drunk
you-
before I
So what
fly
you're
tomorrow.
saying, Anthony, is that you want to go take this job and do this thing to make a difference?
Yeah, I think so. You put it really well there, Joy. That's a really, yeah, absolutely.
Is that the only way you think you can make a difference?
Oh, we all make differences. I think this is just a way to have a really large impact.
Be a politician.
I mean, so is going around saving people freelance. It makes an impact. We kind of became the heroes of Jellicoy.
Yeah.
It's true. They liked us there.
Mhm.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a hero when you
Wait, didn't you put
left
it down?
that there.
Yeah, that was... Speaking of which...
Did we leave that place better than we got it?
I don't
know.
know. They think we
I
did,
think-
so that's what matters.
I would say
I
we left it the same.
I think we
think it
might
was
need to
until
go
the
back
mayor
there
died.
and make sure everything is okay.
Oh shit, yeah, he did die, didn't he?
Everything was better until Furbottom was...
I mean, yeah.
Bottomed out.
Yeah.
God damn it, Trevor.
That was on us for not thinking of going back to the ship, but then again, we thought it was a ghost, and
Will we? If you do this, will we be able to visit you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a prisoner. I'll be a commander. We could have like fancy dinner parties.
I do like.
What
good
does a
parties.
commander do?
They command things, Joy.
Well, I mean, that's self-evident. But like, command people,
Yes.
command troops.
He's
Tom-
going to an officer school, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I hear the school here's really good.
It's colorful. It's got interesting people.
Were you there
I-
before?
Yeah, I spent about a year there.
Interesting.
Anybody interesting you met while you were there?
Any
Sure.
fantastic friends.
Plenty.
Why'd you
Anybody
leave?
think we should meet?
You meta motherfuckers.
Sorry. I gotta ask.
Why'd I leave? I wanted to see the world. I wasn't ready to settle down and fill the role that was before me. But I think I am now.
But there's so
Sure.
much of the world to see still.
I'll still see it. I'm not dying. This isn't a funeral, guys. I'm going to university. Kind of.
I mean, isn't school a form of death?
No, that's
mean,
No, not at
I
all.
think that depends on where you go to school.
I never went, so I can't really comment here.
You would see Shell here. School of Hard Knocks.
I mean,
More
No.
than you probably know.
I'm gonna make such a joke.
Come on, y'all are so glum. What is this? Take
Well,
a
I
drink.
just got a brother and I'm already losing him.
You're not
Well,
losing me.
You know, I got a new captain, losing him.
That's true. But you got a new captain. Your third captain is always a charm.
But I don't want a new captain.
Then fire him. I don't know. Keel haul him. I heard that was something you did.
That's.
He's-
Do you know
that's
what
not-
keel hauling is?
Nope.
Keel hauling is to tie a rope around someone's neck, throw them under the ship, and hear them bounce against the bottom of the ship from time to time.
Yeah, we
Oh,
definitely
that's
did not do that to
horrible.
babies. As far as I'm aware, that did not happen to me as a
That's-
baby.
That's what you do to mutiny people.
That sounds a lot worse than I'd imagined.
I don't think I want that as part of our articles.
No.
That's not an article. That's just sort of a, hey, how can we kill this guy in a really fun and interesting way?
But that doesn't sound fun.
Strap him to the
interesting.
J-boat.
You know
Fun
what
for the
sounds
people
fun
on
is
top.
starting a band.
You are
Make a
really.
nice
I
beat
might have
at the bottom of
chosen
the
the
ship.
wrong person here.
Maybe
I'm
you
not
should
going
come-
to kill
maybe-
people, Anthony. I just know what other people do.
You sure he doesn't need to go away to school?
I already went to school.
Which one? The keel
Our
haul
position
people?
open?
Baby school?
No, the school of Chrolome. I don't know why I just pulled up a imaginary badge.
You have like a ring, class ring.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I can see it.
School of Chrolome, class
Hold on
of
to me here.
whatever year it is, minus 10.
To school?
There's. Oh man, I would not want to go to the school of Chrolome. That sounds.
Boring.
What is
Chrissy.
it? Sailing and magic?
The school of Chrolome was like 10 people who actually were taking anything seriously. Everyone else just sort of partied and fucked each other.
That sounds like fun.
Sure you didn't go somewhere else?
No, I'm pretty sure. I didn't go to the school of Dominimo.
That
That
sounds
one,
like-
there isn't the 10 people taking things seriously. It's just everyone's fucking.
I'll go there.
Well, it sounds like they're taking it seriously then.
Yeah, that's de minimis.
That's the minimum thing, yeah, but very serious.
Hi, kitty.
So you left a lot of coffee on the ship.
So much coffee.
Ooh, yeah. That's like the one thing I don't get to keep. So you know, just it does it go stale?
Eventually, I'm sure.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
have
We're
fun.
talking about like years though.
Like every morning, when you're drinking some coffee, just pour
I'm
one
gonna
out
order a cup.
for your friend,
Pour one out for the captain.
for the old captain. You call me. How about just call me like the admiral because I'm not the captain. That doesn't add up. I only
No,
don't
it
have any
works.
ships.
It works.
If we get a second ship, you'll be called the Admiral.
Yeah.
There we go. Just get a second ship. Get like a whole bunch of ships, and when I come back, we'll have like a fleet.
How long until you come back?
So I got another year in the seminary, and then 2 years of command school, and then I'm out of school, and I'll be assigned somewhere. Probably moved pretty quickly up the chain. If you can't tell, grooming, I think they call it, is they kind of just prepare you. Yeah, 3+ years. That's when I'll be out of the school.
So you're telling me there'll be a time skip?
Only if you want one.
That's a lot of time without you, man.
Yeah.
And you studying to be a paladin?
Yeah. One more year, I'll finish that up. I'll take my vows. You should come. The ceremony's nice.
We might. Assuming we're
Sure.
all still alive in a year.
Yeah.
No
I'm
promises.
sure at least one of us will be alive. That one can just carry a pinch of everyone else's ashes.
No, don't die. Y'all are being ridiculous. You're
I mean-
like the strongest dudes I know. And
We got
dudettes.
close with the hags, though.
Yeah, we've nearly died at least like 6 times in the last month.
That sounds
Yeah.
like immortality.
6?
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
I killed
what-
so many fire elementals.
Oh, we
it was
didn't tell.
amazing.
We didn't tell Anthony that apparently if you cut a giant's beard off, it comes back to life.
That's not a thing.
I don't think that's really
It
how that
happens.
works.
That otherwise
Nox, if you die, I'm cutting your beard off, and you're gonna come back.
He'll come back to kill you for cutting off his beard, of course.
Yeah, I think maybe that one was just pretending to be dead, and then like you cut off its beard and it got too pissed.
I didn't cut off its beard. I had its beard in my hand and was going to cut it, and then I felt the ground moving. And I was like,
You
"Oh,
got-
earthquake!
I
This will
thought-
be over soon." Oh no, he's just moving.
I thought you got some strands off.
No.
Did I?
So you have one more year of paladin, and then two more years after that.
Yeah, military
You-
command.
What do you? Oh, military command.
Command school. You know, operations, process, tactics, planning. A lot of paperwork involved, and I'm told.
Wouldn't that be better with world experience? Whatever. Never mind.
I mean, you could probably learn a lot just out on the sea.
I mean, you've already seen more combat than any of those recruits have, I believe.
I think I'm coming back with an advantage then.
Probably, yeah.
Show
Maybe you'll
those
graduate
nerds.
early,
Maybe.
and they'll see you as a prodigy.
But if I graduate early, you can't be there for the swearing in of the oaths.
I mean, you can
Ow.
always try and get a message to us.
Ooh, where are you gonna be?
Somewhere.
How would you
Ooh.
feel about me just calling in monthly?
Yeah, we can just send you
There's
letters.
some special spells that. Actually, I don't know if I can get through the school, but
Or we can just use joy. Send letters via bird.
You
Let's
got
just use
you
joy.
got bird powers?
She's got bird powers.
I would love to
To
see these bird
animals?
powers. Let's see it.
There's no birds here.
I mean, they're like there's gonna be birds somewhere.
There's got to be a seagull or something.
I bet you there's a seagull on the ship. We could go have a cup of coffee, and we could talk to some seagulls.
Y'all have been so glum that I think you're gonna try to kidnap me as soon as I get on that ship.
What?
No.
Never.
Why
least
would
two
you
of-
think that?
He
Two-
leans
two
in
of
and he
them
gives
are.
you the. Things are fine, guys. They're fine.
It's not kidnapping if you go willingly.
It's fine.
Want some coffee and get in the van?
In the van, Anthony.
Look. I left on weird circumstances, but things were heated. The moment with my father, when he found our ship, I had to go. I didn't have time to wait and explain it, but I went of my own accord, for real. It's just
How
had to do
did
it
he
quicker.
find it?
Divination magic. It's strong. He's actually just let me off the leash for some time. It was time to pick me back up. It sounded like kind of a sabbatical. That experience you were just talking about. He said I should have it. and he let me have it.
You know, I was half worried that in order to get you back, we were gonna have to say like you were sowing your wild oats and like Kia or Joy were your baby mama or something.
No, I was going to say that was your fighting instructor.
Who's the fighting instructor?
What's a baby
Battle
mama?
master.
You got one of us pregnant, apparently.
Yeah.
That takes effort,
Not much.
but some.
And
He's-
like,
I mean, come on, you
Anthony
can't
is-
believe the druid doesn't know where babies come from.
Anthony is turning beet red. He is flushed with embarrassment.
oh look, and now we broke him.
Oh, I haven't ever seen you get that red, Anthony.
How am I redder than Casey?
Knox, I am not Anthony Piles.
I know you're not Anthony Piles.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced.
Anthony Piles is not Casey's character.
No, just mostly.
I don't feel embarrassed for him. You're right. It's very close, and I need to separate that.
No, you don't.
Nah.
Sorry if I was laughing too loud into the
No, you're
mic.
good.
Okay.
Awkward.
It's gonna be really weird without you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna be definitely quieter.
You don't. It doesn't
I
have
don't know
to
if
be
I like that.
quieter.
No.
You just
I mean, I
go
guess
get
we can
somebody
get-
else who's louder.
I mean, Steven's been in a slump too.
Oh, yeah, you should probably say goodbye to Steven.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Steven?
He's very...
He's sober.
I think he's
He ran out of.
That's an
Twice.
interesting description.
He's
I think he's
sober and
kinda-
depressed.
I think he thinks you didn't want to go, and he's blaming
Oh,
himself.
I'm
for
sorry.
It,
I
and
meant
couldn't even really get
Samba.
him off the ship.
No,
No,
you're also sober.
it's both.
It's both. It's both, Joy. I mean, he's sober because he's sober, but also Anthony's not there. And
Did you leave a sobered, depressed drug addict alone on a ship?
we left the frog too, I think.
No.
Oh.
The frog,
Oh.
Told the ship
Well,
to keep
frog-
an eye out for rope.
You
The
know
frog's
the
been with
ship
Joy.
won't let him hurt himself.
Okay.
But if you want to go and check on him, we should totally do that right now.
Yes, definitely.
Ha ha.
I mean, you
Y'all
seemed
are
concerned.
adorable. Don't ever change.
I'm gonna take a
I'll
sip
try
of
not
the...
I don't think we could change them
Yeah.
if we wanted to, Anthony.
Honestly, I'm more afraid of you changing, Anthony.
The only person that can change me is Granny.
Oh yeah? What about Granny?
She takes good care of me. She makes sure I stay out of trouble.
Good. That's a good grandmother.
She's
That
not my
sounds like the premise
grandmother.
to a horror movie.
Why would you call her Granny?
Is that a name?
That's a name?
Wait, she's not your grandmother?
Wait.
No.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
entire
this
time.
is-
Time out. What?
Wait. This granny person you've been talking about this entire time hasn't been your grandmother.
Is
No,
she
I
a
don't know
hack?
my grandmother. I barely knew my mother.
Oh, then who's Granny?
Oh, she's my gnome friend.
I thought she was a grandmother.
Yeah, she,
And
she
she's
sure
not
could.
even-
She's
She
not even
could
old
still
enough
be
to
a
be a
grandmother.
gnome mother.
Oh.
She's not?
No,
Wait, what?
she's like 30.
Should tell
What?
people these
What?
things.
So she's not even old. She's 30, and she's known as, and her name is Granny, and she's not
It's
your
short for
grandmother.
granite.
That makes sense.
My entire world has been rocked.
I mean, same.
Does anyone else want to talk about the fact that this granny person now has the seeds?
That's fine, probably.
Why are we whispering?
Why are we even talking about it?
I mean, they're not in our control. We wash our hands of the situation, and it's not our problem.
No, it's not a problem. I was okay with it, assuming she was her grandmother.
Why isn't an old lady more qualified to handle these things than a not grandmother?
No, I was trusting her because I thought she was bound by blood. Like little bit closer tie than just, hey, here I got this friend.
This is the friend that like took care of me after my mother died.
You ran
So-
away from your family, Knox.
Like an adopted mother, then.
Yeah, no, family isn't Yeah.
Yeah. Family isn't everything.
She's like a big
It's not
sister,
much.
except she's real short.
So like a little big sister.
A little big
A
sister.
little big sister.
Oh.
Little Big Planet, was that the PS? Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's just okay. I need to rethink you, Joy. No granny. Okay.
No, Granny. She's a gnome who's 30.
Can I get
She
some
might be
schnapps over here,
35.
please?
She's a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit older than me.
Waitress brings you what you need.
Can I get a cup of coffee, please?
Yes, yeah. We got some coffee, some schnapps. Anything else?
Hot chocolate with some peppermint schnapps would be great. Be fancy.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, hot chocolate, peppermints. Yep. Anything else? Some coffee, please. Like 4 of them. You're not getting here quick enough, dear. I'm sorry.
Just ask for like a pitcher, like a stein or something of coffee.
I found out that
Bring 3 bottles and leave the bottles.
they don't do espresso here, so yeah. Hold up,
Why
pitcher.
would you stay?
What does their coffee taste like?
How will you ever survive?
Ha ha ha! I'm not an addict.
Are you
Let me
sure?
see your hands.
You had us a little worried for a bit.
It was good. You ever feel like your heartbeat be like pumping out of your chest?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
power.
No, that was
So
that was not.
I
was
associate
not
that with
power.
fear.
yeah, that's
Typically people
Yeah.
wear
Yeah.
Pacific color when
Adrenaline,
that happens.
adrenaline, right? That's a thing. I learned about that. Fear keeps you alive,
Adrenaline only happens if you're afraid or you're about to die.
and it keeps you alive.
It's not
Yes,
a
but
fun thing.
for a short time.
So then you unlock it with coffee.
If you do it,
Unlimited power. It's so cheap too.
I'm actually afraid you might be addicted. Like,
I've been telling you guys this for a while. I've just been trying to get him some help. I think he'll at least get some help here not being able to get espressos.
My bladder can't possibly hold the amount of coffee that I need to function at my highest level.
But you could eat the chocolate-covered coffee beans.
Have you ever gone for like a jog? Actually, have you ever gone for a jog?
Yeah.
You get that like feeling where you think you're out, you're tired, your legs hurt, and then suddenly they don't.
why
They get
goes
into
for
the
a-
zone.
Yeah, it usually means
The
there's
zone.
it usually means there's an angry animal behind me.
I'm sorry that you had to deal with that. Like I'm talking like for pleasure or exercise.
Who runs for pleasure?
People who like running.
People who don't have animals in their country.
My boss did.
People who have too much free time.
Ah,
Many different answers.
All I'm saying is, with enough caffeine, you can hit that level.
Have you hit
so
that
then
level?
why run?
Go faster.
Oh my god.
But I mean, I'm trying to think of ways to smuggle you. Send coffee with the birds you send him.
I mean, I'm not sure that's gonna go unnoticed.
You know, I've heard this story that apparently
Bags of
Minimo has
coffee
invented
in
a
and out
type of
of-
coffee that boils in the stomach of animals, and then they cut open the animals and drink the coffee.
But
That sounds
Disgusting.
That's
terrible.
barbaric. Nox, what do you
Yeah,
have
that's-
against animals? You
Can
seem
I-
to like killing them.
It's
I
from
don't
the
know how
Minimo.
we
I'm
have been
just
friends for
bringing
so
it up.
long.
can we boil it inside of me without hurting me? I could just make coffee direct in the source.
Oh, it's
What
just-
would happen if we boiled coffee using a fire elemental?
Really hot coffee.
Might burn the coffee.
Coffee from hell.
Hell coffee.
Hell
Very
coffee.
I think we're onto something here. This might be
Coffee
how
of
we
the
make
de-
our fortune.
The devil's brew.
Coffee burned in the belly of a fire elemental.
Fire elementals have bellies?
And you just gotta find a source
have
of
no
fire
idea.
elementals, I guess.
I mean,
Oh,
we
no place.
did find some. Yeah, we do know a place.
Brimstone
Put them
beams.
all out.
See, this
No,
is
I didn't
nice.
put them all out. There was more, and they multiply really fast, actually. So, what's the plan, guys?
I don't know.
Now?
I mean, I
doing
was
it.
so planned to like
Stink.
just do a rescue mission, and here we are not doing a rescue mission.
I mean, we came here knowing we might not need to. There was always a chance that
True.
he came here willingly.
Yeah.
It was always possible. Good. So, yeah, really, now what?
Yeah.
We
mean-
throw a big party.
Well, I mean, like, I
Isn't
got like an hour.
Oh.
You still need to see the mermaid before you go.
Okay, I'm here. I'm listening.
And you gotta say goodbye to
And
Steven.
you gotta say the goodbye to Steven.
And you gotta
yes.
say goodbye to the pixie.
Mhm.
She'll be
And I'll make sure they
heartbroken.
don't kidnap you.
Why does everyone think we're going to kidnap him?
Because
You just intimated as much 5 minutes ago.
That's true.
Eh.
I mean, I wouldn't complain, but it's not me that gets to make that decision.
And I look at that. I get to make a decision. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. You know, not being kidnapped by people who love me. Family. Who needs family?
I mean, isn't the
Yeah,
crew
you-
technically
this-
family?
I mean, technically, you need family in order to birth more people.
No. I mean, there's other ways.
But the business
Adoption.
side. Let's get it out of the way.
How are you making more people with it? Never mind.
9 months from now will be the graduation ceremony.
Hmm.
I'd love for you to be here. And then we'll talk.
Okay. 9 months.
Alright.
You have to come to the inner city, though, for the ceremony. The capital. But you should be able to find it.
Is it safe for us there?
I mean, yeah. Just, keep this guy under control. And he points over to Kester.
He's
Yeah.
been
Oh
a good
yeah,
boy.
this crazy dude.
He's an animal.
Yes.
We don't really have to keep him under control. It's everyone else, because
Guys, I seriously feel like you're about to do it again. Stop. Change topics.
I guess, yeah, keep y'all under
It's
control.
not me.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You're not involved in the war. You're not allied with anybody. You're just people. People move in and out of countries all the time.
Exactly.
Exactly.
We'll be fine.
Just
We'll be fine.
absolutely fine.
Let's just not ally ourselves in 9 months with anybody.
Maybe we can find Chrolome in 9 months. I heard he was lost at sea.
That'd be an accomplishment. They've been looking for him for a better part of a decade.
We could make good old Knox here some sort of hero or something.
I've been looking for my mother for that long.
Is your mother Chrolome?
No.
That would be nice.
I was gonna make the joke.
Wait. Are you sure?
I mean, can you
Pretty
prove it?
sure
Do you
isn't
know for
Chrolome
certain?
isn't Chrolome a man?
As far as we know.
Deityhood sort of makes sexuality a little fluid.
I don't feel like a demigod.
I mean, you do call
How
down
would a
beings of
demigod feel?
light.
I do.
Yeah,
That's pretty
you-
fun.
Would you be able to tell the difference between yourself and a demigod if you were always a demigod?
I mean, would you know how we truly feel?
I don't know.
How does
I
a
mean,
mortal
How does it feel to not be a demigod?
It
do
feels
you?
feels uncaffeinated. Do you feel caffeinated all the time? The answer is yes.
That's good.
plot twist? She's the love child of Shanalus and
Channelist?
No, guys,
Scandalous.
no. My mother was a bod and she
Oh,
disappeared when I was a little kid.
Mm.
as bods often do.
It does seem to be a running theme in our world.
Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe you're better off with that, or
I doubt that.
parents are kind of overrated.
They can be.
Oh yeah. Is there like a rating system for parents that I'm unaware of? We just
We're not going to talk about your father when we're like a couple 100 feet away from him in
Yeah,
his
like-
country with his military command. I'm not.
And his divination magic, apparently.
I'm not going to look
stars.
I'm not going to look the dragon in the mouth and call it ugly.
I think he might be listening to us like right now with like divination.
Oh, for
magic.
sure.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Arcane sensors now. Kind of popped in there.
I mean, but if we're talking about parent rating systems, I mean, how does one rate parents? Everyone who has one will rate theirs lower than someone else's,
Really?
and vice versa.
Feel bad.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know about that.
I'm with Nox and Anthony on that one.
I've met people who've liked their parents.
I liked my parent.
I liked my mother, not
I
my
liked your-
father.
I liked your mother too, Nux.
Hey!
Hey, that was a funny joke.
Oh, that was a singer.
That was very good.
Funny joke.
At least it's not my cousin.
Oh, god damn it.
I didn't know my parents.
And he got sad again.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's how the
fine.
rating system for parents works.
I mean, at least the rating is dice clear 0 for Kia.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I have no expectations.
That's fair.
This is when we
Hmm.
find out she doesn't actually have parents.
She was created.
She's a bio-warforged.
I'm a clone.
Oh.
No,
And
I,
Nox, what do you think about the concept? Not Nox, sorry, Jabo. What do you even think about like the concept of parents? Because you're like, I just kind of
We're built,
yeah.
as far as we know.
I guess I kind of have a father now.
I
Oh.
guess a creator could be a father.
Yep, I'm starting to try to get used to that idea as I get used to you being my brother, Anthony.
Hey,
That
and he gives
part's
you like a high
great.
five.
Clap.
Ah.
I will say this: when you talk to Steven, tell him not to refer to your father as daddy anymore.
Wait, who
Is
talks to
Steven
what?
your brother?
Oh, Steven, he referred to your father as daddy. The entire time he was telling us.
Oh. Why is that?
Slightly uncomfortable.
Is that a weird?
It's uncomfortable, yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that weird?
Oh, no, it's fine to call your. I don't know about that even.
No, daddy's just a painting word.
I'm lost. I thought like children called their father daddy all the time.
Children do,
Yeah,
not
not
grown
adults.
adults.
I'm not following.
Well,
Oh,
in certain circles.
Wait, is Steven your brother too?
If
No.
you go to the lands of Dominimo and call someone daddy, bad times will ensue.
Oh,
Oh,
good,
good
times.
times.
Hey, high five.
It really
Is-
depends on your outlook on these sorts
Is
of things.
this a sex thing?
It's
Yeah,
a sex
very
thing.
much.
Sex
But that's
thing.
your dad. Oh God.
No, they're not actually your dad. They just want to be called daddy.
Oh, they just provide for you like they're your daddy.
What the fuck is this? Who are you, Pete? I don't know you anymore.
hey,
I'm a
knowing it is not the
weird.
same as agreeing with it. Give some of us the benefit of the
Stop
doubt.
making normal things weird.
I'm not the one who did that. We have a god who we can thank for that.
It's
Next-
not like I
You
call.
blame everything on Dumb Minimo.
Next thing you know, stepmother's gonna be weird.
It is.
Well, I mean, Anthony, some people do.
Have you ever heard of Odysseus?
Who's Odysseus?
There's just a guy I read about once.
Hmm.
The DM is too involved in roleplay. Nobody's rolling insight.
It's fine.
If we need it, if you feel you want to insight something, you let me know. I guess Jabo would be the stepbrother.
Kind of, yeah.
Somebody
Well,
insight something.
Less stepbrother
What is
and
it?
more
Insight. What are
half-brother.
you gonna do?
I don't know.
I mean,
Brother
I
by
don't-
build.
Because stepbrother implies you're only by law, he's technically your stepbrother through your father's creation
half brother.
of him.
Half
Therefore,
brother.
he's your
Yeah.
half brother.
Yeah.
He steps to J-Bo Day.
And build a brother. That's like
That's amazing.
I got the suavest brother with the platform shoes.
I did bring
Oh.
my fancy clothes today. Do you see them?
I really appreciate you dressing up for this occasion, J-Bo.
Yeah, I want to look my best. I didn't expect we'd be attacked, so gotta look spiffy for my bro.
The night is still young.
Yeah, but there's like a curfew and like
How does your dad live so long?
what? Oh,
Oh, we're back on the father thing.
I don't really know.
Sorry, my brain kind of jumps around a lot.
Yeah.
Statement of the century.
I guess he was alive. Oh boy. So I'm coming to terms with a lot of things right now that like.
Guess,
Go ahead.
guess we should just ask J-Bo how old he is. That'll give us at least a starting point.
Oh,
I'm over 400 years old. Is all about I know. So I don't know. I assume
Alright.
he's 400 or older.
it is at this moment that everything in the room shifts to the east. 1.5 feet. All of you are suddenly pulled to the east 1.5 feet. Now, things don't go flying. You don't move from your seat. You don't move from the building. The entirety of the land, the building, everything you're sitting at, the paper, the plates, the drinks, the liquids, you feel contort. Your stomach turns as you are yanked 1.5 feet to the east.
Oh,
Did you do
Ugh.
that?
is that normal?
That's cool.
Where's the restroom? I'll be right back.
Anthony, is that a thing here? What's going on?
No, that's, and he stands up and he begins to look around and you hear people shouting in the kitchen in confusion, a couple of screams in the distance outside.
God, what the?
I jinxed us all.
I think we
much.
might need to take a look outside, make sure the ground is still where it's supposed to be.
I'm
Yeah.
going to the street to let some things out.
Let's look out.
I'll peek out the window.
Okay, so you step outside, peek out the window, and you look to the east and a little bit to the southeast. You see a fading light, a bright light. Now it's well past the horizon. It is winking out, if you will, and then it's gone, like a cylinder that had extended into infinity and then winked out.
What direction is the ship at?
The ship is in that direction to the east.
We should go to the ship, guys.
Okay.
I
Yep.
think something's
Before we go to the
afoot.
ship, can I look around on the ground and make sure that like there's no chasm that like shifted at us? You know what I'm saying? Like the ground opened up or anything like that.
Yeah, so where you're at right now, there doesn't seem to be any schism. The earth hasn't split where you're at.
Okay.
Is there anything can I tell if anything else is different?
Give me a perception check.
That's an important question. Was the sun? You said we got shifted to the left, right?
To the
Or
east.
to the
The east.
Thank you.
My passive
left
is
is subjective.
17.
Yeah, I know.
What was that, Troy?
My passive is 17.
Oh, geez. Okay. The barometric pressure is dropped.
Like we went down in
Hard to tell at the moment.
barometric.
That's
Is the dock to the east of us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
That makes sense.
Yep.
so. Wait, would
So-
all of our ears have popped from the barometric pressure?
Did
drop?
we have we
yeah.
heard in the past about somewhere part of the area disappearing?
So give me a history check as you watch as people leave their homes and enter the street. They're looking around. They're trying to see, like everybody feels that something's wrong, but nothing's visibly changed. They all felt the pull, but since the entirety of the world moved with them, there's no structural damage that you can see. With the history check, you've never heard of this occurrence ever. It's
Yeah. Sorry.
That's
ahead.
not natural.
No, nothing.
Okay,
You could
let's-
finish. I apologize for interrupting.
We getting
You should answer that question, Tom. That's a good yes or no answer for you.
We need to go check on Steven.
I agree.
So,
I'm
East, let's go
what
east.
do you do?
This
Yeah.
the river's out.
Let's go.
This is too cool.
You're coming with us, right,
Yeah,
Anthony?
of course, absolutely. Let's check on things. And you walk down the street, and just people are starting to flood to the streets and look around. And as you get to the docks, the first thing you notice is the waves are choppy. It's like the waves before a big storm. Except that the pixie is not sitting in the water. It is sitting on the ground. And the water has pulled out dozens of feet away from the shore.
Oh no.
Joy, can you ask the ship?
How flat is this area?
It's rocky and descending.
But then we don't know the ship.
I hope that I got it. Okay, I'm gonna cast my spell.
The ship has managed to stay upright. You're not sure how from this angle. But it is just sitting upright on the like low tide, but
Pixie,
like
Pixie, what
extreme low
happened?
tide. All right, so you go in and casting speak with plants.
Yes, please.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna whistle for the boat. Like, come here, boy.
Knox is gonna back up a little
Relax.
bit because this is gonna get tied to us, and we might get arrested.
I don't think so.
All right, so what was? Give me a persuasion check, Joy, because every conversation with the chaos pixie is interesting.
That's one way to put it.
Oh.
Okay, so with that roll, your question was what happened. The response will be chaos comes.
Oh God.
Oh, here we go.
Just in the squeakiest teenage voice you've ever heard. Just, I didn't do it, but it's amazing.
Are you okay?
No response, just giggles and excitement.
I assume it didn't come when I whistled for it either.
No, it did not.
I'm going to get on the ship and check for Steven.
So to get on the ship, you would have to leap about 30 feet down onto it at a running jump.
Would levitate work?
It would.
I'll levitate down.
Okay. You cast levitate and you move on to the ship, and it's normal, except there's just no water. And Steven is on the deck and he's looking up at
Wait.
you. Go ahead.
Oh no, sorry, I read critical hit. I'm like, how does that work?
Oh, wait. You guys get on the ship. I'll have to keep you alive. So he redeemed an award for a critical hit for the current fight.
Kester.
We'll hold that in the pocket, just in case there's a fight. And if not, I'll figure out another way to redeem it.
So 30 feet below us, there is the ship.
The top of the ship.
Oh shit!
And as you jump down, you do see Steven, and he's out on the deck going, "Whoa, man, what happened? I was just taking a nap, and boom! I fucking hit the just on the floor, and
much
I got
damage
a
do you take when
head
you
on
fall?
the bruise in my head. You take through a d6 per 10 feet past 10,
Oof.
as long as you
Yeah,
fall
and-
up to 10. But he looks fine.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we don't know what happened. Just everything shifted that way.
Where's the water?
I'll point out to where the water is.
And it's continuing to be drawn away from you. It's very clear in the moonlight.
Does
I
anyone
think
else
it's-
feel like something's about to happen?
We
Like
need to move
tsunami?
inland. We need to move inland now.
Yeah, that seems like a wise idea.
Yeah. Okay.
How? I can't
Train?
He starts to climb down the side of the ship, and he starts to run up the
I'll,
dock, shore, the beach.
I'll
You
get
need to move
off.
now.
Is it a sandy beach or a rocky beach?
Mostly rocky.
CP.
Mostly rocky. Is there any sand at all?
Yes.
I'm gonna take a handful of sand. I might need it later.
Okay. You have a handful of sand.
I have a handful of sand.
Pocket sand.
Pocket sand.
I
And
will
it-
follow after Steven.
You've got a sandful.
Okay, you fall after Steven.
I'm gonna remember that. That's awesome.
Most people
you.
begin to do the same. As
I
somebody,
wonder if this is a creature causing this.
CP, I think you might need to get away from here. Unless you know what's coming and you aren't scared, and in that case, please tell me.
We
Just-
need to move.
just
Joy.
just giggling joy. As the ship begins to list
Interesting.
back and forth. in
All right, guys,
jubilation.
let's move out.
We need to leave now. Get inland
Knox
as
said.
high as possible.
Yeah, I'm following.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Nox is.
Let's go in.
Okay. Let me give
I feel like a tsunami's coming.
everybody give me a
fly yet.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Hey, I've got a +1 now. God dang it, didn't roll.
Where's my...
Oh, all pretty good.
Hey,
Oh, damn.
Except for me.
I haven't
ahead
rolled
and-
yet.
Oh, I did roll. Weird, that
There we
didn't
go.
pop for me.
Roll a couple of mine. Okay. Now, the 7 is Joy. Yeah, so the 7 is Joy. Joy is after you start running, right? The crowd, the city is starting to join you in this mass exodus to the west. Now, the people at the docks, they know why they're running. They start screaming tsunami, tidal wave, and they're running. The people on the inside, half of them in confusion, are in your way, and the crowd starting to run over them as people fall under the footsteps of a panicked crowd. And you see there's a lot of people who still don't know what's going on and duck back into their house. Joy, you were first to slow down a bit, losing your breath at the sudden burst of sprinting. And you start to fall under the crowd as they begin to step on you. Please take 13 points of damage. As you fall to the ground hard, hitting the pavement, your head bouncing up. You pull back to your feet just barely, and you begin to run. Give me another Constitution saving throw.
All of us?
No, just her. Unfortunately, with the 8,
Not good.
Jabo, Kester, Nox, who else has a passive perception above 13? 13
Me.
or higher.
Jabo.
Nox, Jabo. The two of you,
13.
Kia, okay. So the three of you see her falling behind it, and you see her head smash against the cobblestone and come up, and she's struggling to keep up again. You may attempt to bring her along and give her another Constitution saving throw, but if she fails, you both fall into the crowd. So one of you at a time may try to assist.
I'll assist her first. I imagine I'd be running with her and my frog. By the way, should I roll for my frog?
I think
No,
your frog is
no.
still on the boat.
No, it was following you
No.
the whole time, remember?
yeah.
Yeah, go and roll
Larry's right.
for your frog, and Joy, you may give me another Constitution saving throw.
Can I turn into an elk instead?
You may absolutely do any of those things, but you still will roll Constitution to work your way through the crowd. Okay. I don't know why it rolls like 15 times with you, but
not
there
squishy.
twice. All right.
Squishy.
So here's how this plays out. Joy, Jabo comes back to help you, but you transform into the elk, and you begin to keep up with the crowd, making room with your antlers. You're just pushing people out of the way, and you're moving through the cobble streets, moving with the flow, and you begin to keep up. Jabo, you turn around to help Joy, but you realize
Squishy.
Squishy's nowhere to be seen.
Oh, nowhere to be seen? That's even worse.
How many hit points does Squishy have?
Not enough.
No, he's got a decent amount.
He levels up a bit.
He'll
Yeah.
survive once.
Squishy
He's
got
at
this.
he's at 24. I have to actually reset it because he has not actually.
Okay. You have a psychic link of some sort, right? Basic emotions.
I don't think so. Let me check.
That's find familiar, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't see him in the crowd. The crowd is thick and panicked. Think Walmart on Black Friday.
Not
Oh,
anymore.
God. That's real thick, real
Yeah,
thick.
real bad. So you don't see him. What do you do?
Thick with 2 C's.
I find the nearest building, try to climb up it, and just try to look from up above.
Okay, go ahead and give me an athletics check to make your way through the crowd to a climbable spot in the building. The rest of you are fine. You're keeping up with at least the crowd. Let me know if you want to do anything other than flow with the crowd. Okay, you see in the middle of the street your Squishy being trampled. He looks really, really rough right now. You barely spot him under the moonlight in the panicked feet, though. He is about 25 feet away from you and down.
Then with that same moment that I climbed up there and looked, could I actually use I know this isn't combat, but bonus action to do Zephyr Strike, which lets me give me another 30 feet movement as a bonus action?
Yeah, absolutely. And give me another Constitution saving throw for Squishy. Yep. Okay. And he's continuing to be beat down by the crowd around him. You now can move a lot faster. What would you like to do with that speed?
Catch right up to him and do a healing touch.
Okay. So you move through the crowd. I'm going to need another Constitution saving throw from you to bulldoze your way through the crowd. Working your way against the crowd is tough. You have the movement, you get to him, but you will take 13 points of damage to get there. You get the healing touch off right as he needs it. You move the crowd around him, and you turn and you look, and your friends are long gone. But Squishy's safe. You're safe-ish. Let me get one more Constitution saving throw from one of you, not both of you, just whoever's got the higher bonus, to push through the crowd and get back into the flow.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
Both of you start to fall under. You can't get the momentum. The pivot is tough. You lose your footing. Jabo take 10 damage. Squishy take 9. So Squishy has taken 7 plus 14 plus 9, and then whatever you
And
healed
then
him for.
heal. Yeah, I haven't actually clicked on that. Too many buttons to click.
What's the math there? How's he? We need to know where he's at. So 21, 30. He's at minus 20 hit points from max. He's fine, I assume.
I just healed him for 10.
What's his max hit points? I forget.
Oh, 24. So
Okay.
he'd be at 34 technically. Subtract whatever.
Okay, so he's at 14, and you have a inspiration provided by Spoopy on your next roll. So you may give me a Constitution saving throw. You may use that inspiration if you'd like, or you may hold on to it.
Thank you, Spoopy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Spoopa.
All right, Constitution saving throw. Here we go.
And you're just trying to get your footing under yourself again, push through the crowds. You begin to get more aggressive, pushing people away. People give you just enough room where you can move through the crowds again, and you start working your way with the flow. And again, you're catching up, you're behind, and you're the first to see the large wave, the 50-foot tall wave from your level
Oh, jeez.
start to encroach in the distance. You see this thing
I hope you can breathe underwater here, Squishy.
a quarter mile out. You see this thing.
Yeah.
All of you
5
eventually
minutes.
see this. What do you do?
Did someone
running.
click cause trouble and I didn't see it?
Nope.
How far are we from what's, I guess, the tallest building here?
There is a 3-story building.
That's not tall enough.
Mm-hmm.
How far is it to? Are there any hills out in the distance?
What's
Uh,
the highest ground near us?
Sure. So what you have here is this large industrial city. There's not open land. There's not rising hills. It's more or less been flattened to optimize production. You have
God damn it.
buildings of varying heights. Some people seeing the wave start to move into those buildings and close the doors. do you do?
I know with Jabo and Squishy, Jabo's gonna find the best cover to brace against it, knowing that we both can breathe underwater. Hopefully, we could be okay.
Okay. So are you going to like an alleyway or a building or?
Behind a building.
Okay.
Like,
give me a
try
perception.
to get as far away as possible. Big building behind it. Yeah.
Okay.
Perception.
You're echoing a little bit now.
Sorry. How far are the rest of us from the shoreline?
Yeah.
So the rest of you are, we'll call it, the time you've been running, the time it's taking them to get up and down, about a
Inspiration.
third of a mile offshore. You don't think
not far
that
enough.
the wave's not going to break before that. You're going to be caught up in whatever the main brush of this wave is. And I'll give you all a couple of easy options. Oh, okay, so you, J-Bo, you're looking. Oh no!
I used my inspiration too.
Oh, one of the two.
Jesus. Oh.
All right.
Oh,
So we will. J-Bo's looking around frantically for an alleyway, a door, something to dive into, and he can't find anything in the rush of people as bodies press deeper and panic sets in. People begin to scream in panic. Knox, Shelt, Kia, Kester, Stephen, and Anthony, you're all kind of together. You see a 1-story building, a 2-story building, a 3-story building, alleyways between each of them on one side, and then a 1-story building that is a shop, glass windows on the left, and then 2 2-story buildings on the right that look like apartments.
This gave me another inspiration. I don't suppose I could roll for the same thing.
We'll get to that.
Is there anything that's like? What are these buildings made out of? The shop is definitely a no because the glass.
Everything here is made out of brick and stone. The glass windows are bigger on the store. Yeah, J-Bo is echoing a little bit.
It's got to be Jamie.
Yeah, it's Jamie's mic.
Yep, sorry.
No, it's probably something about you guys have that big screen up, right? Yeah, nothing we can do about it. Just focus your voice in a tighter tone. I don't know.
Our options are.
Did you leave me out of that grouping on purpose? Am I farther behind them?
No, you're there too. Sorry, you're there too.
Okay.
Elk move faster than we do, so.
So you have 6 buildings to choose from, or any of the alleyways in between them, top of buildings, inside of buildings. What do you want to do?
Can my 27 survival roll give me a hint to which of these is the safest route?
27 survival. I would have told you investigation, but I like a good natural 20. You get this one. There is a 50% chance that the bar, which is the 3rd building on the left, as you instantly recognize with the natural 20, has a basement. 50% chance it has a basement for keeping things cool. Now that will stop the initial force of the tsunami, but not the water, which will then be harder to get out of because you're, in a basement. It is iffy whether or not any of these buildings stand up to the force of the water, but they are made of stone. It's just craftsmanship, which I need Knox to give me a craftsmanship check.
I just needed one more level, Casey. One more level, and I could have fixed this problem for us. What do you want me to roll with?
You tell me what your craftsman thing is. You do it with the perception. You can do it with investigation. They're gonna have different effects.
I have expertise in history when it comes to stonework. Do we count bricks as stonework?
Yeah, sure. Give it a run.
Okay. So this will just have a +3 to it. I don't know how to add stuff for stonework checks.
Whew. Okay.
So 23 in total.
With a 23, the quick glance, that's all you have. The highest quality stonework is the shop with the windows.
Second place?
The second place, don't have time. You just noticed that the store was made really well. At that level, it would withstand from the angles where there aren't windows.
Which is not very much.
The bomb might have a basement, guys. That might get us through the initial blast. I will, of course, come out of my elk form to say that.
Okay.
How tall is this wave?
50 feet is what he said.
50 feet? Neat. Okay, keep that in mind. Because
So,
it's going to be smaller by the time it gets here.
what would you like to do, main group?
Oh man.
I'm worried about J-Bo.
There's nothing we can do about that now.
We've
Yeah,
only got seconds.
Okay, basement or 3-story building, guys?
No, the basement is the 3-story.
Oh,
Basement
no,
or windows.
No. I'm saying like the possibility of a basement. Or
Oh, yeah.
building. Which if we go to the top.
Will that shop stand up to the waves?
Everything but the glass. And it's mostly glass.
Well, it's up to you guys because I can turn into a fish.
Thanks.
The only other conversation
Sorry.
you could have from this point is that way.
I'm going to the 3-story building.
Yep.
3-story building.
Yep.
Follow the group.
All right. All right. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to put ourselves on a 10-minute break. We'll see you
Jesus.
after that.
Dick.
Why would you do that?
That's what he do.
God damn it.
We're all still eating. That's fine.
One.
One.
At least you're not doing the thing that I did that one time with the bagel.
We have prepared this moment for you. One second.
I got a chocolate
I
muffin
told
here.
you
I
it'd
can
be
do that.
dinner tonight.
Now the next one.
Yum, 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 yum.
Reloaded.
I should grab food, but oh well.
Brandy bought bean burritos. Very basic, 15-pack of bean burritos. You put them in the microwave for a minute and 15 seconds. You have a bean burrito. 15-pack. I've eaten 6 today. I'd say that's a lot of food, but that's
number.
Oh wow. 15-pack. I've eaten 6.
Nice.
You think that's a lot, but that's just all I've had to eat today, and it turns out they're only 200 calories.
Only 200?
Only
Also-
200.
Ours are 280.
Are they
I have
filling?
steak and mashed potatoes for dinner, so
Steak and mashed potatoes sounds much better, but mine's easy.
I'm just saying I'm more in line with the
dinner tonight.
dinner tonight since we had steak.
I've
Have alcohol or coffee.
I'm more in line with the dinner tonight because I nuked a burrito and I'm gonna nuke you motherfuckers.
Oh my god.
Cool. End your cash cow.
Oh God.
This is a tragedy. I'm
All right.
finally out of Pocky.
I knew it.
Pocky's great, but I feel like such a weeb every time I buy it.
Exactly.
We should have run back for the ship.
Okay.
Right?
Wait,
Do
no,
you- I
we shouldn't
think
have run back to the ship. The ship's got a bunch of holes in it.
I think the ship would have survived. But
No, the ship will survive. The problem is there's a bunch of holes in it that water can get through.
the ship
Because
can
the ship
fly.
ate our closings.
The ship can fly.
It can't fly.
Jesus.
Like, I'm pretty sure the ship's gonna protect itself.
Yeah.
So when we last... Oh, wait, is Jabo listening?
No.
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool.
I'm here.
So when we stepped away, all of you but Jabo and Squishy ran into the 3-story building. The 3-story building to the right. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of treat this not like initiative, but I'm going to give you one round as I describe the scene. So at the end of the description, you got an action, a movement, and a bonus action if you'd like to use it before the wave hits. And you can already hear the wave striking behind you, people screaming, just a lot of chaos. You run into this building. There is a stairwell immediately in front of the door that goes up. You are faced with a long hallway with doors on either side. You're in an apartment building. The stairwell is made of stone. The walls are made of stone. The doors are made of wood. The outside walls are made of stone. The inside walls are made of wood. Stairway is stone. The bars and the railing is metal. And it goes up to the next level, which is presumably another hallway with apartments. Starting on to my right, Kia, you have one turn. What do you do?
You muted.
I may just bucket up the stairs.
Okay.
Used my movement and my bonus action to do
The
that.
dash. Okay. So you get up the stairs, and it goes... that's 15 feet of your movement to the top. You do see more apartments. All the doors are closed. There's a window on each end of the hallway facing outside, and the stairs wrap around behind you and go up to a third floor. What do you do?
I'll take that third floor.
Okay. That's another 20 feet of your movement as you whip around.
Okay.
So you're at 35 feet of your
Okay.
60 movement. You get to third floor, and it is a mirror image of the same, except at the far end, there's a ladder to a hatch to the roof.
I may take one of the rooms.
Okay. There is 3 doors to your left and 3 doors to your right.
I'll go to the right.
Okay. Give me a D100. And which door? 1, 2, or 3?
Let's go with 3.
Okay.
3 is a good number.
Okay. At a D100, the door is unlocked, and you easily swing it open. On the inside, you see several children, a mother and a father, all human, huddled in a corner, squeezing tight.
May I join you?
So you walk over to their huddle pile and join
Yep.
them. Okay. You close the door behind you?
Yep.
All right. That'll be your turn. Shelt, you watch Kia blast up the stairs. What do you do?
Blast up the stairs.
All right.
We're
Did
both
you-
rogues.
Do you do everything she does,
Okay.
or do you deviate?
I think like everything she does up to the point of like. For now, I'm gonna stay in this hallway, and I'm gonna find something to hang on to.
Okay, so the railings of the stair are pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get to the third floor, you wrap around a bit, and you hold on to the railing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Knox, what do you do?
I'm gonna book it with my 50 feet of movement.
Okay.
How far can I get to the ladder?
You could, let's see, let me do the math again. So 15 plus 20 plus 20, 40. No, you cannot. If you follow Shelt the whole way, you end up in the middle of the the final set of stairs going to the third floor.
I will do that then.
That is your turn. You brace yourself against the wall,
Railings.
the stairwell.
Railings of the wall.
Railings of the wall. Okay. Kester, what do you do?
I'm only gonna get one turn. Oh, that sucks. Shit. Bonus action blade song. Action. It's 10 feet more movement, so I get 40. So when we go into this apartment complex, how is it set up compared to the buildings around us? I don't know where to look right now.
So in this room, I mean, described as before, each floor is 3.
Not the room. Not the room. I want the outside of the building.
The outside of the building?
Yeah.
You would have seen stone base leading into brick, climbing up 3 stories tall in a rectangular shape.
Okay. From when the direction the water is going to hit us, like, was this at an intersection where the water's going to hit us head on, or does it have buildings next to us?
You were running directly away from the water. There will be buildings next to you, a 1, a 2, and a 3-story building. So the third, 1, 2, and 3-story building. So it hit the 1-story building, then the 2-story building, then the 3-story building.
It hit 1, 2, 3. I wonder if I can do that. That might work. We're gonna try it. We're gonna run up. I have 40 feet of movement thanks to Blade Song.
Yep.
We are going to run up the first flight of stairs.
Okay, 15 feet. You get to the second floor. You see the same layout.
Can I see outside?
You can see a window in front of you and behind you, but it is not facing. That window won't face the wave.
I'm not gonna have enough movement to get to the next area.
You have 80 total if you dash.
Yeah, but I need my action.
Okay. So you've used 15 feet of your 40 right now to learn what you've learned.
Don't have a feather. That's gonna suck. Don't have that. I love not having my wand. That's not what I wanted to do.
Okay.
We're gonna run up.
That was me. I accidentally pushed it.
Oh, did you push something? Oh. We're on the second flight of stairs.
Okay, so that's another 20, so you're at 35 feet of your movement to get to the third floor.
Maybe we'll get another round. I would use the full dash action, get up to the next floor.
Okay, you get to the next floor. You're at the third floor. You see Shelt and Kia entering the far apartment on your right.
Wait. Well, I'm hanging onto the railing.
Oh, right.
Keys up to the apartment.
Shelt's in the railing. So what do you want to do, railing or apartment?
Oh, I'm still with my boy Shelt.
Okay, so you wrap yourself around and try to hold onto a railing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't suppose you have a feather on you. I have a feather on me. Because of the boy our Session 0.
What's up, feather?
Oh my god, you're right. Yeah, you do have a...
We have featherfall. Holy shit.
Yeah,
You didn't take it into the woods with you, did you?
It's a feather.
I know. I lost almost all my books. Remember?
You have your
because we were in the rain for 3 days.
You'll have your feather. You want to cast featherfall? Or you can't.
It's a reaction, so when I need it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, thank God we killed that child.
I know. If we killed a child, we got a feather.
Wow.
So glad I'm not there to hear that.
Joy, you're at the base of the stairs. What do you do?
Is there an under the stairs?
There is.
I'm gonna get under the stairs and turn into a giant crab.
A giant crab. Okay, you do that. You run under the stairs. You turn to a giant crab. Anthony will follow you to the underside of the stairs. He goes to any.
Do I see that before I turn into a crab?
Sure.
You shouldn't do that unless you can turn into an animal that can be underwater. I just want to break the waves as they hit.
You see him lean against the wall and shout, No time, as he braces himself as far deep into the corner of the stairs as he can. You'll hear Steven, Steven and Snitch move up the stairs as well. They don't make it to the 3rd floor, but you get the sense that they're bracing themselves.
He'll be right next to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Against the railing. That's where the 3 of you are. That's right. You're on that stairwell. Jabo.
Oh, come on, Squishy, down this alleyway. And I'll go down the best alleyway soonest one we find. Look for a little area where maybe there's boxes or something. Try to wedge ourselves and grapple each other.
Okay. All right. Give me
He just eats you, because that's his grappling.
I'm not small enough.
Okay.
Give me a... Are you... Okay, so here's what I'm going to ask you. There's 2 walls you can be on. You could be on the wall that's closer to the...
Braced against the water.
The wall that's closer to the water where it's coming, or where the water's going to hit?
Closer to it, up against that.
Okay, all right. We don't end the campaign. All right, pull up.
Well, if we don't end the campaign, my frog's for sure dead with that logic.
Right? All right, so starting from the top, Kia, you're huddled with other people. You and nobody else. You're alone with the family. Mm-hmm. You're huddled up against a wall, and there are some windows. What happens is the water starts crashing in from the windows on the 3rd floor. The entire building itself is submerged under this tidal wave. Not a little bit submerged, but completely submerged as the force of the waves begin to thrash and push and pull on your body. You are braced against a wall, holding other people. That force, it's not a fixed object. You start to fly around the room. I need a dexterity saving throw from you for half damage, DC 18.
Okay. Oh, Dex failed me now.
All right. I hit the roll button. Where's it at? Okay. 40 points of damage.
Fuck me.
As you are smashed against the far wall. The bodies of all of those around you doing the same thing.
Well, surrounded in a washing machine by dead children. That's fun.
Yeah.
Casey, I don't know if you know this or if you're doing it on purpose. We can actually see what you're rolling.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
This is one of those moments where the thread
want to kill us on.
Oh shit!
Gotcha.
Shit! I do have inspiration. Fuck.
Would you like to reroll?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, that's my straight dex. That wasn't a dex save.
It's alright.
It's like the same.
Yep.
It's the same. Yeah. Never mind. Yep, I'm still dead.
Moving down.
I'm not dead.
You're unconscious?
No.
Oh, you're fine then.
Yeah.
As long as we don't have any creatures to fight.
I got 10 health.
Moving outside to the hallway. Shelf and Kester are grabbing onto the railing, trying to reduce the impact of their bodies against the wall when they're thrashed around by holding on with strength. I need strength saving throws from the 2 of you.
Which is good.
DC 16.
God, my DC's got to be like 19 or higher or something.
Alright, goodbye, Road.
I believe in you, Shelp.
You got the shot.
Don't.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you had that negative.
Kester or Shelp, before I click this button, what's your max health?
38.
51.
I drop my feather fall. Maybe it helps.
Oh crap, I missed this. Oh damn.
Alright, that's Shelp.
Also, I'm not at max health, by the way.
Oh, you're not?
No, I forget what from, but I took some
5 damage from the fight, and then I healed you a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't heal you all the way.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That sucks.
All right. We'll get through this.
Doesn't outright kill me, but I'm bleeding out.
All right. Down to 4 to
what
knock.
kind of damage is this?
That's 40 points
kind of damage is
of
this?
bludgeoning damage.
But I mean, like, what's it caused by? Is it water harassing us, or is it us being forced against the wall?
Forced against the wall. The water's
Can
hitting
we use
you.
Featherfall on that?
Featherfall will slow you down from falling, but this is a Featherfall doesn't stop a punch from hitting you. Is the difference between this and falling damage.
Okay.
Here's what I'll tell you. You use Featherfall, and as you're because how this comes in, the windows smash, you get thrown violently against both of the walls, you're hitting the rail, and your body's essentially tumbling around in this washing machine of hell.
Slowly.
Slow my body down.
Um,
Or slow our bodies down, because I can target 2 of us.
You will give me a D100.
Sure.
At 33 or lower, you go out the street side window. At 66 or higher, you go out the rear side window. And you'll fall slowly when you do. As your body gets thrown out the window, 3rd story window, descend slowly and peacefully to the ground.
That's fine. I'm still unconscious.
Peacefully descending.
Good thing you don't need.
Oh, you still took full
concentration
damage
for
though.
that.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, they're out. Okay. Fuck! Don't kill my whole party.
I am.
Down is Knox.
That's you. You're talking to yourself.
I'm
You're
talking-
asking yourself not to kill your whole party.
talking to
You
me.
did this.
I did.
Yeah,
this.
I looked at chat and I didn't see that, so you're totally talking to yourself.
Knox, you're not in a place where the water has any immediate windows. So you don't deal with the force of water come through the windows. It breaks a bit and then comes down the stairs and comes up the stairs. As you hold on to the railing, give me a strength check, DC 14.
I only need to roll a 10. I'm not going to roll a 10, but it's nice to know I only need a 10. God damn it!
You technically rolled a 10.
Do you have inspiration?
I have an inspiration from last episode
You
that was
don't
given
lose
to
your
me by Cranky
inspirations.
Cuber.
You don't lose your inspirations.
I don't lose them? Oh,
You don't
okay.
lose them.
Nope, you just have a max of 1.
Okay.
Mm,
Thank you, Cranky.
I had a crit.
I love you, Cranky. Thank you, Cranky.
You take 25 points of damage. As
I
several...
take 22 damage, unless this is magical water.
It's not magical water.
All right, I take 22 damage.
You take 22 points of damage as wood and particles in your body being thrown around against the wall. You're able to sustain yourself and hold yourself in.
I'd just like to let everyone know that's the first time I've used Heavy Armor Master. I really shouldn't have taken Heavy Armor Master.
Both Steven and Snitch, not Steven and Snitch, Snitch and Steven. Yeah, Steven and Snitch. Shit. They save. They take half damage. They aren't unconscious, as their bodies are also thrashed around with you. So you manage to kind of hold on as this glue of folks. Actually, Steven doesn't have that many hit points.
Oh, no.
Steven's unconscious. But Snitch is fine.
Can I grab him?
Snitch would have... I mean, you will. As he goes unconscious, we go into the
What a
next
way to
turn.
go out. Finally sober, now he's gonna die.
Right?
At the bottom of the stairwell, Joy and Anthony sit huddled
Listen closely, Spoopy.
against each other in the stairwell at a good angle. The water comes in from the door, no windows, blasts in. It holds for a second before it collapses, reducing the initial pressure. But it does eventually fill the hallway and begin to thrash you around. You are a crab.
Mm-hmm.
Give me either a strength check, using your claws to secure yourself, or a dexterity check, giving yourself the ability to try to maneuver around the hallway to keep yourself from taking as much damage. You get the option. DC,
You want
14.
the crab's dex, right?
yes, dex or strength. DC 14.
I can't seem to roll it from the crab's thing, so the crab would have a +2, not a +3.
Okay, then both of those work. And it looks like Anthony gets a point of inspiration provided by Spoopy.
Spoopy trying to save her boyfriend.
Anthony attempts to wrap himself around the crab and use the crab as a landing point. Now, real
Surf
quick,
the crab.
Joy, your crab is going to take, in your crab form, you're going to take 40 points of damage. The first 40 of that is your crab hit. Oh, sorry, 20 points. That 20 is first to the crab's hit points, and then you come back as yourself after. How many hit points does your crab have?
15. Hold on.
Nice.
I think
so you
that's
only
wrong.
take like 5 damage. Is it a giant crab? What is it?
It's a giant crab. It's 13 hit points.
So you take 13 points of hit points as a crab. You return to joy. Anthony's grip tightens around you as the two of you go tumbling around that hallway. He will roll his strength check to hold on to you. It's going to be a plus of a number. He got inspiration, but he did not succeed. He will take the full force of this. You actually feel his body crunch, deafening a lot of the impact you had against the wall as you're both being thrashed around. He takes 36 points of damage. Now, I actually had to pull up his character sheet really quickly because I haven't had to account for his hit points for some time. Anthony Piles is fine. He has plenty of hit points to cover that, but you do see his eyes go wide as he slams against the back wall. And that's when we're going to go to turn number 2. As the water continues to surge over the building. Not the initial impact, not the force and the power. You're all underwater. The entire building is still submerged, minus this horrendous life-ending force. So, Kia, you're in a room full of dead people. They're all dead. That's it. There was nothing to save them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good. You're underwater. You can hold your breath for 1 minute plus your Constitution modifier, so you're not worried about that. But you don't have any eyes on your friends. What do you do?
I mean, the smart thing would be to try and swim out the door, maybe, to get away from the dead.
Okay. You swim out the door. You see Shelt's unconscious, right?
Yep.
Shelt's unconscious in the hallway.
I thought. Oh wait, no, Kester went out the window.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
As you swim out, you see Kester fly out the window as well. He does that thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
It's still water.
gather Shelt up, or try to.
Okay. Give me an athletics check. There's a current, but you're
Yeah.
it's not impossibly hard.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
That is enough to make your way, and you have a hold of Shelt. You have control of Shelt, and what you see from that position is Nox, Snitch, and Steven on the stairwell looking at you.
I'll head to that stairwell.
Okay. Shelt, give me your death saving throw.
Righto, Captain.
Thank you, sir. Oh, that's right. This is all private and secret. Don't you fucking die on me now. Shelt, you come too. Your eyes open as you suck in air. It's actually water, and that sucks even more. But you are too, and you're awake, and you have your turn in front of you. Kia has you and is pulling you towards Nox. What do? You see Kester body dangling out the window.
So the whole thing's still submerged. I'm gonna look up. There was that roof hatch, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna grab Kia's collar and tug and point to the roof hatch, and then start swimming that way. And I'm gonna unlock it, and then I'm gonna swim to Kester and try to grab him. I don't want to go through that window because that's a lot of glass and shard the glass and stuff. But I'll try to take him.
A lot of actions. I'll give them to you if you can give me a 12 on an athletics check.
Athletic, goddamn it. So what you just said is I won't give it to you.
Was that a minus? That's not even a natural 1.
Yeah, I've got a -2 to strength.
So here's how this unfolds. You get to the hatch, and you do manage. It's not locked. You manage to open it up and push it open. There's no force. There's water on top of that thing too. Water is gushing over the top, and then you go down to reach for Kester, and he slips out of your hand, and he starts moving down the flow of the water.
I thought I went out the window. Okay,
you did. You did go out the window, but the problem is you didn't drop into air. I realized that after I said it. You just continue to be in the water.
Makes sense.
So you're floating through the tsunami, surrounded by debris and chaos. But that's good. Nox, what do you want to do?
Have we become submerged yet?
Yes, you are absolutely submerged.
Okay. I'm in splint mail.
It will make disadvantage on any swimming maneuver, but you could just walk.
Could I just walk? Yeah, could I just walk up the stairs?
Absolutely, you can.
I'm just gonna Pirates of the Caribbean, like.
We'll say like half speed at least, yeah.
I'm gonna dash for a total of 20 movement speed.
Okay. You move through. You get to the bottom of the stairwell with that movement. You could start to climb, or you could go out the window. You did see Kester fly out the window.
I'm gonna go out the window with Kester.
Okay.
There's water.
All right. And as you do, the current takes you. It's not a matter of swimming right now. As you step out, a board slaps you in the back of the head and keeps spiraling down. As the rush of the force is, the rush of this water is very forceful, and you begin to. As soon as you're out, it's like jumping out of an airplane, right? You just go and you just out. It's that very sound we're going for, and you are 30 feet behind Kester. Did you dash? So you don't have your action. So Kester,
No.
I need a death saving throw.
I've got a bonus action though.
What would you like to do with it, Kester?
Can I still talk underwater? Can I cast?
You
a
can
spell
cast
underwater. Hey Kester, have a healing word.
Let's see how bad this gets. I guess I still want to see the save, but it doesn't matter. Even a 1. So I got the crit earlier. Yeah, you could use that if you'd like to use it right now.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Matt Kaz.
All right, so you actually wake up as you're being tumbled through the water. 1 hit point plus an additional, what's that, 6 that comes from Nox. But you wake up to a rush of water. Buildings are flying past you at a rate faster than you could sprint, I guess. So there's debris, there's buildings, and you're about 3 stories up. Underwater, another 20 feet.
That's cool. Yeah, that's fine.
What do you want to
In
do?
the background, you just sort of see Nox waving like, we're all doomed.
Nox is slowly sinking to the bottom of the tidal.
Oh no,
wave.
Nox, no.
Bye, Nox.
Bye, Nox.
Here's a moment where someone could cause trouble. Oh no.
Oh, no.
God.
Don't give them ideas.
The only person who has enough points is Spoopy.
She's too soft.
Yeah, she would never kill Anthony that way.
Don't call her too soft. She will do it just to spite us.
No.
Oh.
She won't do it because Anthony's here.
Yep.
That's cool. So I have 20 feet to go. Okay, cool.
Yeah, what would you like to
God damn. I want some lacquer root is what I want.
I don't mean to tease you, Spoopy. Don't do it to him.
And Sadra, we love you for being out of points for giving us better gear. Thank you.
Yeah, Sadra, you've done so much.
So you said I was 20 feet under?
Yes.
Let's go up. Swim 20 feet up.
Okay, so that will be 40 feet of your movement. You are not in Blade Song anymore, but you may bonus
No, I'm
action
not.
Blade Song with bubbles. Blah, 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 blah.
Check out my Sebastian impersonation.
So give me an athletics check, because this is really avoiding debris more than it is movement. The mud, the water isn't clear. It's not blue. It's muddy with dirt and rocks. People,
Yeah.
bodies, animals.
Oh, come on.
Okay, you will make it to the surface, but you'll take 1 point of damage as a plank smacks you in the side of the head.
That works, I guess.
Okay, that's your action, bonus action, or sorry, your movement, bonus action. What do you want to do with your action?
Bonus action. I have an action. Shit. What's up here?
As you break the surface, you see that you are 100 feet behind the crest of the wave. Ahead of you is the rest of the city. This wave will eventually crash and you will come down with it. You see stovepipes, buildings. You are over the military district right now. Below you, even that is being overwhelmed with water. You see one beacon of light in the far end of the military district, almost an aura surrounding a person.
that looks really cool, and I kind of want to go check it out, but also there's flying debris. I don't have many tricks up my sleeve. Not for this kind of thing.
Thanks, Larry.
Is there anything to grab onto?
There are floating boards or buildings. You could try to latch onto one of the buildings flying by.
Yeah, sure. We'll try to get on one of those.
Okay, go ahead and give me an athletics check. DC 12.
That's fun. We got better at athletics. Oh well.
You miss it. You spend your turn trying to swim over to a building and grab it. You get your hands on it, but you can't hold onto it as the force of the wave pulls you back and you begin tumbling farther down. One more building is at the 3-story level. You might get it. You get a chance next turn.
Cool.
Joy. What are you doing? I never answered the Jabo Squishy dilemma. I skipped them entirely.
Yeah, you should go back to them.
We will get back to them after this Joy moment. What do you do? Anthony's looking at you for solutions.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to heal one creature I can see within 120 feet. And that's gonna be Anthony. So 2d6 is 9. And I'm gonna say we really need to get out of here, I think.
Blub, 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 blub.
Water.
Give me a. How do we say?
You could always kiss them and pass some air.
Perception check.
Apparently, Larry's trying to further the piles of joy ship.
You manage to get that across, and he shakes his head, no, and then says he puts his hand up. Give me an insight check.
My passive is is that no, nope, never mind, that's not the same thing.
Was that an 11 or did I miss it?
It's an 11.
Okay. He says he's saying wait. For the water, yeah. He says wait. Do you do anything else?
Turn back into a crab so I can breathe.
Okay. You become a crab and you can breathe underwater. With that, Jabo, rolling back 6 seconds, 12 seconds of time. You are pressed against the back wall of an alley, you and Squishy holding on to each other. Okay.
And if we had found boxes or crates, try to nuzzle ourselves in that area.
Okay. I'm going to need a strength saving throw from both you and Squishy.
I was really hoping my new father would help me. So there's Squishy. Nice. And here is me. Okay.
Also nice.
Yeah.
So, here's how this plays. The water comes crashing around the alley. Nothing slows the force of this thing down. As you begin to thrust into deeper into the alley, back and forth against the wall, the items, the people, the debris, you're taking the full blunt, full force of this. You notice immediately Squishy is trying to angle himself to protect you at the cost of his own life. You may contest him.
100%.
So give me two more strength checks. One for Squishy.
Yep.
And one for you.
Okay, here's mine first. That's Constitution. Strength check, not strength save.
Yeah, if you want to give inspiration to either one of these players, you may do it, but no, strength saving throw.
I know, because I have one inspiration.
I was just hoping somebody would give inspiration to Squishy, would be the fun.
I'm not gonna. Well, I have one right now. I'm not gonna use it for either of us. I'm gonna let it roll.
Okay, so that's you at an 18, and that's him at a 17. Ooh, that's not enough for you to take the full brunt of his force for him, but it is enough to keep him from sacrificing his squishiness to save you. And you both saved. So you will take half of the damage, but the damage isn't the 70-10 that everybody else got.
No, it's a lot more. I know. I'm playing my character, not the meta.
This is you.
Ugh.
I'm fine.
This
It's
is
the frog
squishy.
I'm worried about. He's down.
How many hit points does he have total?
Last you said he had 14. So half of that he's negative something, but not negative half his
Not
max.
negative. Okay, so here's how this goes. You're fine. So you both smash into both sides of the alley as you begin tumbling around, holding on to each other. A little bit of a struggle as you try to brace your body against them to save them, but neither one of you, as you're both trying to do the same fine purchase. You take 60 points of damage. You feel
Oh,
the
that
world...
wait, 60 is not half?
Oh, sorry, 30 points. 30 points.
Okay.
You take 30 points of damage.
Jesus.
Sorry, you take 30 points of damage, and you feel the world and the blackness begin to close in, but you shake it off. Squishy takes 22 points of damage, and you feel his body go limp as you're able to get control of it and take some of the additional tumbling around for him, as the water stops being this destructive force and just becomes this heavy current that you get sucked out of the alley, and you are now at the first floor level, moving with the current. There are people in front of you. There are buildings in front of you, bodies, corpses, debris. This is not a lazy river ride. It's your turn again. What do you
It's my turn again?
Yep.
Bonus action, cure wounds, second level on the frog.
You have cure wounds as a
Squishy.
bonus action?
Sorry, not standard action.
Standard action. All right, so Squishy, you feel him, he begin to move again. He blinks his eyes. He opens them up.
We made it, buddy. We just gotta get through this part. Hold on, let's raft it out.
He will begin to swim to the surface, as you say, raft it out. And if you'll help him, if you will assist, you both make it to the top. And he begins to float as a raft.
There you go.
Oh, that's amazing.
With this caveat that right before your head pops out of the water, you see a dwarf in mail tumbling to the bottom of this flowing.
All right, Squishy, I've got to go after him.
Yeah, I don't think I think Squishy is to stay as a raft, and I'm going down.
Okay. All right. We will
Yeah.
give me an athletics check. Let's see how this looks. Okay. Yeah, you begin to go. You're using your weight. You're descending fast. You're able to dodge the incoming wood, the planks, the debris, the bodies. Use a couple of them to propel yourself a little further, and you get just about to him. And we'll go back to Kia and Shelt. You've opened up the top of the hatch, and at the beginning of this turn, the level of the water sinks from where you're at to a point where you have open air now on the roof.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm the well, since Shelt pointed where he was going, I'll follow him. Because I probably saw Nox just go whoop.
Right outside, yep.
Yeah, it's like not going there.
Okay.
So yeah, I may go up.
Okay. As you get to the top, you see the city in front of you. The wave mostly still covering 20 feet higher than your current position, and cascading to the rest of the city. But you're at the point where you're past the crest and the height of the wave. The city begins to, I wouldn't say dry out, but the water level is lowering as the wave pushes out. Shelt, what are you doing?
I just kind of I go through the hatch that's opened, and I'll just kind of sit down on the top of the roof and just draw my knees up to my chest, just watch the wave.
Snitch and Steven, right behind you, climb out and take a look at the wave as well as the destruction rips through the city. Nox, you're sinking. What would you like to do?
All right. So.
Oh wait, was Steven unconscious? Oh, Steven was unconscious.
Yeah.
Shit.
Steven was unconscious, but
Snitch
grabbed him.
Snitch brings him up. So you see Kia Shelt that Snitch brings an unconscious Steven up to the top. And I need to start making death saving throws for Steven. Okay, Steven wakes up on a natural 20.
That's 2 from this.
That is 2. Yeah, you're right. Now, death saving throw, natural 20s. He wakes up from a natural 20 death saving throw, and he starts more dramatically.
Didn't Trevor cash in his?
Yeah, I did.
Technically, that's
so
3. That 20 death saving throws.
So Snitch pulls Steven up, puts him on the ground, and begins to do the resuscitation, chest pump, whatever.
CPR?
CPR, thank you. Is CPR for drowners?
Yes.
He does CPR, and after a moment, Steven will spit up water, and he'll come back to life at 1 hit point. Whew. All right, natural 20. Now we go to Nox. You're sinking.
Yep, I'm sinking. How fast am I sinking?
So you're sinking at about 10 feet per round, but you're moving forward at about 50 feet per round. Buildings are whizzing by, and debris and people.
Can I even still see the 3-story building?
You see buildings, but you are well past the 3-story building. You kind of, again, you jumped out the window and went down the... I think we do that noise again. Voice actor, ladies and gentlemen, hire me.
Well, I'm going to swim down as best I can and try and get to the ground as fast as possible.
Okay. You find an opportunity to pull yourself into a, not only the ground, but like a roof access ladder you could grab onto if you'd like. You pass by it.
Is the building moving?
No, but you're moving past the building and past the roof access ladder.
Okay, then yes, I'd like to be able to grab the roof access ladder. That's probably going to dislocate something.
Athletics check. Let's hit.
Fuck.
You're an athletic dwarf. This is what you do.
I don't have proficiency.
There you
You're
go.
fine.
You managed to grab onto it at the top of the first floor, bottom of the second floor level. And your feet, of course, go out behind you, and you're kind of a dwarven flagpole at the moment. But you are secure, and you're not sinking or moving. You have control over your elevation. And if you want to start climbing up or down, that'll be the end of your turn.
I'll stay right where I am for right now.
Okay. All right. Moving over to Kester. You are conscious, and you are at the top, and you see the man. He is glowing with a bright aura. The water hits him, and you can see that the beam of light projecting from him splits the water a bit. And then you see nothing. And he is also engulfed by the tidal wave. You are riding the top. What do you do?
Sorry, I'm just imagining. Don't worry, guys. I've got this.
I was gonna go to that guy's like that guy. He's probably got something that can protect him. I should go join him.
And then he died.
I don't know he died yet. Son of a bitch. So I'm not on the wave.
No, you're behind it, but the
It's probably unlikely that I'm gonna be able to angle myself to land on a rooftop. Am I?
What's your passive perception?
Like 12, I think. 12.
Yeah. It is very unlikely that you'd be able to land on a rooftop safely or grab a building safely. You're being propelled at such high force. Your hope right now is that you clear some air and slow fall down. Or any other crazy idea you happen to have. But I just thought of that. Thought it'd be cool to mention.
That. Well, we have an option for that. I don't know if it would work, but we could try it. Could that work? No, that blinds me. It's not solid.
Wizards.
Can I? No, that won't work.
Okay.
Thought about it. I don't have any way to clear air.
Here's hoping the tailors all died with
forcibly. That's fine. They can see I'm casting magic. I'll die later rather than now. That's the plan.
What do you do?
clearing air would be good, but I don't know if I can. Spark armor strikes. So I should have looked at this earlier because I didn't think I would have the chance to do this. Oh, I could do that. That's technically the ground. So how close was the nearest building top, even though it's in the water?
Sure. 20 feet.
20 feet? I was probably going to get blown away, magic or not. I have no fucking idea. Yeah, best I can do is try to get on top of something. Because at least that way, if I have to jump, I can do it.
Give me an athletics check.
Son of a bitch. I launch myself with a wall of sand. That's totally possible.
Love that idea.
I know. If it was stone, it might work. Where's my fucking athletic?
If I was near you, you create wall of sand. I use fire.
You manage to swim down.
Wall of glass.
You manage to swim down and find yourself in an alleyway in just enough time to not catch the roof, but pull yourself into the alley and slam against the wall. Your forward momentum.
There we go. I'll use wall of sand to slow my momentum on that crash.
Okay.
Because it reduces movement, so maybe that'll work.
As you go to slam against the wall, you bring up a wall of sand behind you, and it cushions you as your back slams against it. A veritable sand angel as your arms flail out backwards against the force of the water. The force of this water is pushing against you as you are just being pressed against this wall. You are stuck there until the water recedes, or you manage to, I don't know, muscle your way out, but that's your turn. Jabo.
Oh, man.
Jabo, you see... Oh, wait, Joy. Did I do Joy? Joy. You hear this in the distance, briefly. And it is a voice of a squeaky teenager go, wee, and pass you.
Oh, at least she's having a good time.
Oh god, guys, it's gonna be so much wooden debris for him to eat and become like a warship.
God, that's true. I hope she's eating.
Joy,
nom, nom, Pixie.
Anthony points up now, and he begins to beckon you to the top of the building.
I'll turn back into a person so I can get out of here.
Okay. So at the you move your way, you move and you swim your way up the water in here. The current reduces well enough that you can kind of thrust off from the wall, grab the railing, pull yourself up, and you're running out of air at about the time you get to the third floor. And as you walk up to that floor, your head breaks air, and you're both able to breathe as the water's slowly moving down.
We gotta find somewhere safe to go before there's another one.
Plans, great plans. And a second, if I can. Thank you.
How are you feeling? You took the brunt of that. Thank you.
Thank you, Crab. He points to the roof exit and he says, "I think they're up there."
Hey, I'll head that direction.
Did you not want to go up that direction?
I didn't say that.
You fine. And he'll.
Are you coming?
Yeah, no, of course. What was that? And he starts
I don't know. I was hoping maybe you would know.
Jabo, you see a great ship cutting through the water. Passes by you with violence.
Violence?
Turns.
Do I suspect it's gonna hit my frog?
It does not hit your frog. It leans in, cuts, and starts going the other way, and cuts behind you.
It's here to protect us, I guess. I gotta get the Nox, though.
I'm underwater. This is what I'm thinking.
Yep. And you get a little closer to Nox, and you see he's holding on to the ladder, and it's it's shaking, and his feet are dwarven flagging.
You're welcome for that image. I'm sorry.
Such a good image.
We should clip that.
Please don't clip that. Please do not clip that, people.
Please clip it. Please clip. Please art that too.
Clip it.
Clip it and art it.
I hate you all.
So seeing him there, and you can get to him if you'd like, what would you like to do?
Try to. Well, is the current so strong that I can't stop? Am I gonna keep going, or what's the dealio?
What you can do is swim in such a way that you make it to him, and you end up being a Jabo flag, and you're both on the same railing.
All right, yeah.
What would you like to do?
I'm trying to think what I have on me.
Jabo
Can I
things.
assist? Can I assist trying to help him climb the ladder so we can get up?
Absolutely. Just give me an athletics check. We'll solve this with a dice roll because we're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
I can't RP my way out.
Can he assist me in trying to stay in place? Because
Wait.
I'm not moving on purpose.
I'm pulling him up. I want him.
All right.
God damn it!
So
He's pulling the flag out.
we're gonna drop out of turns as we describe this scene, but Jabo, you swim your way over to the ladder. You get right above him on the.
I start tugging.
You start tugging up, and eventually, you two make it to the surface. The second floor now. This building, a 2-story building, the water has moved past, kind of, as the tidal wave moves forward, and you find air, and behind you, 100, 200 feet, you can see the 3-story building where your friends are. And the tidal wave continues to push into the city. Kester, you will eventually, the water will, next round, give you room to breathe.
Okay.
There is the option of scrambling to the roof or through a window.
To the roof.
Okay. You find just the right platforms to grab on and pull yourself up, and all of
Damn
you.
it, Sadra.
Thank you, Zadra.
Thank you, Sadra. All of you watch as this wave crashes finally. A mile or so into the city, as crowds of people being thrown to the left and to the right, experiencing what you experienced only moments ago, as it fans out and fills the streets and fills the alleys. And then there's a calm. And the water begins to pull backwards.
Oh, no.
Back.
Slowly,
into the ocean.
normally.
Slowly and normally, like a wave. But you're seeing, it's not this blue ocean, it's this dirt, muddy water as people and debris are just being blended about as it pulls all the way back. And you see the pixie riding the wave back just ahead of the descending buildings as it hits the ocean, landing in a splash as it settles. The rest of the ships and the docks themselves either gone, missing, or in pieces in the city. The pixie remains.
I knew she'd be all right.
That doesn't look suspicious at all.
Not at all.
Should have stayed on the pixie.
Ooh.
Oh,
Excellent.
How's everyone doing? I assume we've regrouped, or
You may if you'd like.
I don't want to go into the streets yet because that water has a lot of powerful tug.
It'll be a full 15 minutes before the streets are at least not a flowing river.
Wait, where's Bum? Where's Light Boy?
Which one?
The guy you were talking to me about that like covered himself in light and then got engulfed by water.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, because we got that guy. He seems kind of cool. Perception. Go.
Okay,
19.
that's pretty good. So, as you struggle to the roof, one of the first things you look for is that beacon of light again. So you watch as the waves crash and recede, and as the water level lowers, you see that it recedes back to a point, and then almost recedes around a dry spot. let's say, a bubble of air that was never touched by water. And out of that walks a man.
Is it Chrolome?
Who turns around and watches the water recede. Begins to examine the surroundings. And walks into the headquarters building in the military district.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, that's cool. I want to learn that. What was that? It's too far to even begin to try to figure out what that is, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. There's a person.
Well, I mean, I know that was a person, but I'm saying what he did.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, I figures as much. Well, that sucks. I'll stay here.
Okay. And you will all eventually get to regroup. Let's say 15 minutes pass if you want to take a moment to find yourself back in the base of the 3-story building, and Snitch will look at the group and say, "Oh, isn't that's new."
3 masculine words.
Oh, thank you. We gotta go find Custer.
I think we should get back on the ship, and yeah, we definitely need to find Kesta.
Bingo.
And I just want to make sure my frog's cool. He's with us.
Yeah, your frog's fine. He'll make his way back to you. Your frog survived, thanks to you.
Yeah.
He was
14?
trying to die right there. You just...
Is that 14 to everyone, Knox?
Yep.
Excellent.
Oh, nice.
And you'll notice that
My frog's fully healed.
there are a couple of people wandering out into the streets about the same time as you, but only a couple. There are significantly more dead right now than there are alive, and Snitch will look and say, that sounds like a great idea. I think we get the hell out of here. At a minimum, I think the pixie's been made.
Well, I've got an interesting thought now, due to the city being destroyed the way it is. I bet that school probably isn't looking too good right now, right, Anthony?
The school's more inland, isn't it?
It's way more inland, absolutely. And I can't leave now. They need hands.
Oh,
He's
I
not wrong.
tried.
Yo, you get out of here. Don't get stuck here. Snitch is right.
Because, if the Pixie's the only ship that survived.
At a minimum, the Navy will commandeer it within the hour.
Exactly.
Alright, guys, ready? I love your brother. I can't wait to come back to see you graduate. And I
Before
grab
you
him a
can
great
finish that
big
sentence,
embracing hug.
shit, he gives you a hug. All right. Yeah, he gives you a hug back.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jabo.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'll be out there making father proud a different way.
I'm not one for goodbyes, so.
He aggressively hugs you.
I'll just hug him back. Aggressively hugs.
You don't get to be bad at this, Kia. I'm glad your arm is going to be good, and drive on.
I will live another day.
He'll walk over to Knox, and he'll get down on his knee as if talking to a child. And then he'll stand up and say, "I'm kidding. Don't worry about it." And he gives you a hug.
Yeah.
For a hug.
No. Knox will grab his hand first and pull him down into the hug.
We do this on my terms.
He'll stop in front of Shelton. You too, man. He'll stop in front of Shelton. He's unsure how to approach this one. And he'll just stare at you for a minute.
Kind of look off into the distance for a second. Say, I think I owe you. Kind of look at the others. A lot. I was planning on this being more of a short-term thing, but you kind of made sure we all stuck together. And I'll just hug him. I won't finish that sentence.
He'll say, we'll just call it a beer in a year.
In a year. If you, if any problems crop up, just remember, I'm always for hire.
He'll walk over to Kester and reach out a hand for a handshake.
Shake his hand.
He'll pull you in close and hug.
Yeah.
He says, "I'm fucking kidding."
To beat him to it. It fails.
He will give Joy a hug as well. He'll walk over and hold his arms out.
She'll give him a hug.
Only a hug? Sorry.
And I'm going to use message to cast Whisper.
Okay.
Because I want to know how Anthony feels about arcane magic.
Does Anthony not know about Kester?
Oh, I
Does he?
thought he
Anthony
died.
does.
Yeah.
Anthony just knows
So-
this whole time.
What are you going to whisper?
Do you really think that bots are bad?
He's going to pull back a bit. He's going to put his hands on your shoulders and say, I love bards.
Do you think my mom is still alive?
He'll stop. Have trouble looking like you in the eyes. And he'll say, I don't know if I'm the right person to ask, but if she's half as passionate and determined as you, yeah, I think she is.
It's too dangerous for me to look for her, though, huh?
You have any leads? It's not too dangerous for me.
The Taylors took her like 10 years ago.
Gods, just fucking kiss already.
I'll just kind of like lightly, don't have to lift my hand much for it, just swat Knox in the back of the head. So he mutters that.
I'll keep an eye out.
Okay. She looks just like me, but probably older.
He'll give you another hug.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'm gonna be right here.
Don't forget to write.
You got the birds.
Hey, you can write back, though.
Yes.
He never does.
He'll turn away and he'll squat down to Squishy. And he'll put his hand on Squishy's head and he'll say, hey, you take care of them now. That's he's the first mate. It's your responsibility to look out for the crew. And he's gonna he starts wiping his face, and he just starts jogging away.
We didn't even tell him to be safe.
Training already.
I kind of just turned to Kid. Do you really think telling him to be safe would have made him be safe?
No,
Of course not.
of course not, but it's the sentiment that counts.
I just turn and slightly look down at Steven.
It's a polite
You,
thing.
right?
Yes, and he gave Steven a bro fist, and he high-fived Snitch, and things are happy. And you watch as he runs off towards the military district. And Snitch says, hey, gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get the fuck out of Dodge.
Blow
Time
this
to go.
popsicle stand.
I'm gonna call out to see if the Chaos Pixie can hear me. And
Okay.
see if she'll come pick us
Probably
up.
not a far distance inland.
Yeah.
She
On the
can
way-
hear me from, I don't know, I heard her from a long distance.
On the way back, I want to gather as
like,
much wood as possible.
There is so much debris wood that
Yeah.
you have whatever
Pile
you
it
can
on
hold.
him.
Yeah, I will
That's
help
exactly
with
what I
that.
was gonna
I
say.
may
Oh,
help
I
with
have-
that.
Oh,
I have 200 pounds of wood. I have 200 pounds of wood.
It will severely slow down your approach to the dock, but we'll say another 100 gold worth of supplies for repairs.
Between all of us?
Yeah, if you're all participating.
Yeah.
It'll take you another 10 minutes to get there. The woods of
More than enough time.
it's not that it's in questionable condition, but you think the ship will figure it out.
Yeah, it'll eat it well.
As you get to the docks that are no longer there, the water is starting to settle. The waves are still choppy, and the pixies gently floating atop them. Joy, you do hear now the pixie go, wee.
Hey! CP, we need you.
The pixie is a Nox, you notice. It's about a foot wider
Hey, she's been eating. Good job.
She is well.
Well, I need to.
We brought you some more.
I need to
We can
convince her
have
to
some
trim
walls
that in the right
now.
places.
Yeah, could you please put my walls back?
I would like a room.
I think everyone would appreciate having some privacy again.
The pixie will, as it's bouncing on the waves, slowly list over to your spot. It's dipping a bit, but you could make it onto it with the short hop. But it's not responding to your conversation. You do hear it giggling and listing, but it is not conversing.
Let's kind of drop the wood on deck and she made. I'll just walk below deck.
Below deck, you can definitely tell things are bigger, wider. Everything that you left here is still here, though a bit tossed. It's not secure in its previous places. The crates of food and medical supplies have been strewn about. It's going to take some time to clean up. And it's not helping that the boat seems to be jumping around and swaying more than it needs to.
It looks like you're having a lot of fun.
And it'll continue not responding and giggling. And
Yeah, I'll come back up top and our shit's still here. We're gonna have to reorganize a lot of stuff, but I mean, doesn't look like we lost anything.
At least
Well,
we have our stuff.
And should we set sail now? Oh,
Yes.
no.
Now,
Absolutely.
We're getting out here.
Yes.
give me one person with a vehicle, water vehicle check at advantage.
With what?
Do any of you have navigation? Water?
Intelligence or wisdom?
navigation. I have
Oh, I see.
navigation and we have
Wisdom.
With wisdom? Okay, I will be rolling it at advantage, Kia.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, wait. Sorry, I need to click advantage first.
That really was the question of, is this not
Yeah.
secure?
Yeah.
Was it? If it was intelligence, it could have been me.
Yeah, but you don't have proficiency. Oh,
Yeah, I
you're
do.
a Marine. Why haven't you been doing rolls?
Because I don't want to talk about being a Marine.
You get the mast down, you get the wheel going, you catch the wind just right, and the ship hits the wind, collects it, and shoots forward. Now, for at least 5 minutes, the ship will still continue to bounce around gleefully, but it is going the direction you want it to go. And you notice that if anybody's susceptible to being seasick, it's a little more.
Oh, no.
Well,
That's-
since no one else here is addicted to coffee, the mint should be okay to help with that.
As we're going forward, I just kind of look at Nox. Yeah, I'm not climbing back up in that fucking crow's nest until this thing settles down.
Nope, that's entirely fair.
I'll
So
do it.
guys, which way are we going?
Uh,
I'm going
Actually-
south.
I have a comment about
Well, I
that.
guess we're all going south then. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Kester?
Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe we don't care considering where it happened. What direction was that Thorn Island?
East,
East?
southeast.
Southeast? Okay, never mind. I'm imagining things.
What are you imagining?
Mm,
Are you suggesting that maybe that was part of the cause?
I think it might have been. But I could be wrong.
You think that tsunami was magical some way?
It could have been. I might just be totally missing a point. I just kind of thought about it. And I was like, oh, well, that's kind of weird.
No
That's
one
kind of out of
seemed-
nowhere, but
Yeah.
disasters happen out
I
of
mean,
nowhere.
the thing that happened beforehand, where everything shifted all funny, that was real weird.
Yeah, which is
That
kind
in
of why.
itself could have caused a tsunami, but I
Mhm.
don't know what could have caused that.
I
Yeah, well,
think
I mean,
Kester
maybe it's
might be
nothing.
onto something
Yeah,
here.
let's Well, where do you suggest going, Kester?
Well, I mean, it's not like we could do anything about it. I mean,
What's
plus-
east, Kesta? What are we talking about?
where you came from.
Let's a map.
Oh yeah, man.
He'll gesture over to the map of the continents, and he says, "Which way?" Using the map in the middle of the screen for the audience.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Can you draw on that?
Too.
Southeast from where we were.
Yeah, so where were we?
So
We're on
take
the-
another
We were
look.
here. The wave came from the east, from the southeast.
So I'll tell you
Yeah,
what,
where those islands. Yeah.
Give me an intelligence check.
The
Give me a
islands
flat-
where we picked him up.
Give me a flat intelligence check.
Sure thing. That's not what I want. Oh, it's over here.
Let's say we need a better color than that. We need a good, like a yellow. Y'all were in here with an intelligence of 23. Holy hell. The line of where things happened. I'm going to give you a cone for accuracy.
Makes sense.
But can I yellow this? Somewhere there.
Yeah. So I'll mark that on the map, like maybe something like that. Maybe it's totally random, but you know, with what happened and that weird eastward sift, did anyone else see anything strange during the time?
What'd you say about the chaos bomb, Jamie? Not Jamie. What'd you say about the chaos bomb, Joy? That it could win the war?
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So this was a preemptive strike, because look at what lands are in the middle there.
And
I see what. Are you saying it came from that direction?
Yes.
That's the direction. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine, Nox. It's not entirely impossible. It's not improbable that something made by a god who hates Ektoon could do that. It's not improbable.
So your cone is this little city space underneath Senalis's forest?
That goes right through the islands
so
that we came
that
through.
cone represents.
We're thinking over here.
It represents both the direction you were pulled and where he saw the light in his best approximation.
Because that's
okay, so
Sandal's territory, Inlow territory, and Fortic.
Chaos Pixie did say something weird. She said that chaos had come, like that she didn't do it, but chaos had come, and that's
created from a seed, created from a god of chaos.
Then
I don't. Yeah.
I guess we know where we're going.
Do we stop it? Do we care? I guess we care. Anthony's there.
Anthony's there. That's part of why I care. Also, think of the innocent people that will be.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little unhappy about that too.
The other thing about it is.
But what did it do?
It caused a tsunami.
Well, no, the tsunami is a reaction to the earth moving. That's just nature. That's neutral. The magic that caused it, I want to know what it was.
Okay, but still, this can be used as a weapon.
Exactly, and it could have easily been a test of the weapon too.
And the thing is, if this is a weapon, there's no one that's safe.
It shouldn't be in anyone's hands.
It's very dangerous. It's it's probably part of the reason they don't let people practice and why gods give their magic instead of just letting us learn it ourselves.
On top of that, we were in the middle of it. I'm not happy about that.
Yeah. This was done without emotion, without discretion, and without care. And a lot of people just died. We were almost some of them. We do care.
This is true.
So guys, I know we don't know exactly where it is, but are we thinking we try the actual city or are we trying the forest? I don't want to go in those forests. I can avoid it.
Why not?
Big shit in there, and it only got bigger. And I've been away from there for a while, so who knows how much bigger it's got.
It wasn't that big when I was there.
When were you there? No, that's where we saw that.
Woods. That's where I'm from. I'm from Senalis's Woods.
You're from Sanalis? Oh no, I thought we were talking about this island right here.
Yeah, Thorny Island.
Because more than likely, if my idea is correct, it would have to come from that island because that means that island would have been hit by a tsunami if it came all the way from across the world.
That's
true. If we could always go past the island and see if there's any
investigate from a safe area to the island, see if that's where we think it might be.
Now, here's a quick question. Stitch, are you okay with all this? I know you were wanting to head south.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, and I mean, I guess I just got in the boat before I was able to finish thinking about it. But this seems...
we can always drift to the shore and drop you off.
We could always just go to the south. And, We're traveling along Robat right now.
You know, I mean, you guys were all hugging, and
Sorry about that.
things were getting a little. I mean, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just saying that was nice. Maybe I'll hang out for a little while.
Still sorry about that time I punched you.
Earlier yesterday.
Yeah.
Or was that today?
That's
Still
today.
today.
That is today. God damn it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Feels like a week ago.
Why? I know. Yeah. You know what? Just thank you. I appreciate the apology.
It's kind of like
Did
hand
I-
on the shoulder.
Did you at least did that? You're pretty fucked up too, right?
Oh yeah, Nox had to take care of me.
Yeah.
I was kinda-
You just looked way too put together when I came back. It hurts the ego sometimes. No, we're
Yeah,
good.
no, I had a cleric heal me.
Yeah.
I was I would just speak afterwards, and blood was coming out of my mouth. You've got pretty much the meanest right hook I've ever seen.
Yeah. Absolutely the worst. It's amazing
Yeah.
how strong I am.
Especially, yeah.
Little strength in a tiny package-sized body.
Yeah, I had a friend who said that too once about my package.
Was his name Nibbles?
God. What a guy.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna call that episode 18 of Delving in Deep.
Yep, we ended on a package.
Okay, so now that the episode's officially over, we're winding it up. I have a question.
Yeah.
Hey, what the fuck?
Which time?
All of it.
A couple times, probably.
Yeah.
There's a couple what the fucks.
Was that just how
I
you
just
were trying
realized-
to get us out?
We're sailing in the dark.
That's fine. We have lights.
Thanks again,
yeah,
Sandra.
you should have let the one with night vision.
Oh no.
Uh,
I have night vision too.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. What were you asking, Kira?
Oh what? No, I was just saying dark vision. We're sailing at night.
Dirk.
You are sailing at night. The waves are choppy. There's no storm clouds, but you know what? You're clear.
I'm chewing on moss so I can see in the dark.
You just that bloody
That's so
lip
cool.
of blood moss is just going.
Just go down below deck and organize.
Blood moss dripping out, reorganizing all the stuff, going ADHD on
As
the
we're
boat.
traveling around, Nox is gonna try and talk to Chaos Pixie. He won't be able to hear her, but he's gonna try and convince her to trim things, because we are wide.
Be careful what you
Black
wish
front-
for.
We're a box right now. If we get
Yeah.
hit with a hard wave, we're gonna break.
Casey, do we level up?
Very important question.
You last leveled up at the Yeti.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You are currently level what?
6.
6.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yes!
Hey,
Guess who's a swashbuckler now, guys?
Is it
Are
you?
It's me!
It's you!
Oh, decisions.
Guess who's still an assassin?
This guy.
Jabo.
Yes.
Oh,
I
damn
was,
it.
I was gonna say Nox.
Nox is
And,
now.
I get to put my charisma modifiers to.
I now have control water.
Yeah, God. Yeah, if Suzerain,
Nice.
we finally overtook the deputies. We're finally a higher level than the secondary campaign.
Yes, Ed, your gamer, they'll become the primary campaign.
Somebody's got to play another campaign so I can watch one.
It's true. It's only a small Patreon.
Yeah, Quaz.
$50 a year, a
Quaz.
month.
Somebody's got to play another game. Yeah, Quaz. Hey, Quaz. Someone's got to play another game.
Hey, Quaj,
I'd be down to play another
please.
one.
One of
I
these-
always call you handsome, Quaj.
I would love to be able to watch one of these, Quaz.
I don't
one of
know what's
these
going on here, but
days,
Quaz do it.
I'm gonna run out of great story content, but it ain't yet. We're not there yet.
Maybe
on
we have
watching.
Tom do it this time. Maybe Tom becomes the DM for it.
I
The
want.
third.
I definitely would sit and watch one where Casey plays.
That would be actually fun.
Guys, I
Really?
finally have evasion.
All right, so
Busted.
wrapping up on the news. Follow me. I stream all the time. I play a variety of games. It's Temtem right now because I'm a child at heart and I love catching Pokemon-like creatures. Kia is on Twitter. Shelt and Joy, they both stream. Check out our Facebook. Check out our Patreon.
You forget I also stream, Casey.
How do I know that. Wait, am I not following?
You are following me. I think you followed me.
I'd probably.
She just hasn't streamed in forever.
No, I've been streaming.
I get the notifications.
I'll tell you
I've
what
been
I do.
streaming lately.
Is every time I sit down at my computer, I open up all my streams and I see which one of you is on, and I just leave you up all the time. Go leave Kia's stream up all the time, y'all. If you're not at your computer, her stream should be. All right,
I
let's
might
see.
stream tonight after I eat.
After you eat, what are you playing? World of Warcraft?
Probably some WoW. Yeah, do some
Alright.
keys.
Do some keys.
Yeah.
Very cool. Joy, are you streaming tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna play some horror games.
Okay. Play some horror games. So I think you're the only one streaming immediately. So we're gonna throw
Yes.
a raid over to you shortly after the end of the stream. Let's see other news. Patreon. Check out the Patreon. The thing we're all talking about is there's a $50 tier where we'll run a game every month. It is in this world. It interacts with this story. If you don't know how it interacts, check out the Deputy stream because they're getting way too close to that I'm having trouble intertwining things. But you can interact. You can have a role in this story. You can influence the way this crew and this world operate. It's already happened in a big way. So check that out. If you want to support the stream, all the money goes to making the stream just a little bit better. We've done lighting. We've done microphones. We're coming up on some convention appearances. So please help us out and continue. Actually, I tell you, the best way to help us out is just to hang out and watch. Throw piles points into the abyss.
And
Cause
tell your
trouble.
friends.
Yeah, tell your friends.
Your friends.
Tell your friends. Tell your dog. Dogs
If
love
you
D&D.
know-
Tell your fam.
I want to do a one-shot with dogs again.
Oh,
Are you
right.
old and disenfranchised with your younger siblings or cousins? Your kids are getting into D&D nowadays.
It's cheaper than Magic the Gathering and cocaine.
It is.
True.
All right. That being said, thank you for hanging out. We're going to be back here next Tuesday, playing some more D&D,
It's
continuing.
episode 19.
So many. We're getting close to 20.
Very close.
We're going to have
I'll
some
be
kind of
exploded by
giveaways.
the experimental weapon in episode 20.
I hope so.
I heard
That
a
sounds fun.
rumor about some art that might be done by episode 20.
Oh, no.
What? Some sexy art.
Something about a bathhouse.
Oh.
Can I get that in it like an oil painting? I will buy it and hang it.
I'm
Booty shots galore.
I'm gonna ask Spoopy
Oh my god.
for the file. I'm gonna get it because
Print it on a
Knox,
giant
Knox,
canvas.
what are you gonna do with this file?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out. We'll see you next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific. I'm gonna hit that ending stream button. Say your goodbyes.
Bye bye.
Later.
Bye bye.
Bye.
I feel so alive.